waste a minute of my time reminiscing on regrets of the past. That's a different life. These days I don't need nobody's validation. These days I don't need nobody's invitation. These days I don't tell nobody what I'm doing. I just do it. If I fail, keep it pushing till I get it right. Yeah, these days I've been wide awake, I never sleep late. Got a lot to do, I treat a Sunday like a weekday. Do it for my son, set the table, I need 3 plates. Have my cake and eat it, baby, don't forget the cheesecake. Got it, yeah, they know I got it. Confidence contagious, so the ones around me caught it. Everybody waiting on me, hoping I'ma drop it. I feel like all this weight is on me, still I'm never stopping. No, that is not a, yeah, pushing myself to the limit. I set a goal, but still I never feel enough when I get it. Cause when I go and all these feelings overflow to the ceiling, it's like a hole just open up and I don't know how to feel it. I tell them, look, I don't make mistakes, the mistakes made me. Drop songs when I write them, I don't wait 8 weeks. They do focus on the image now, but that ain't me. A lot of rats.
Alrighty, let's go, let's go. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Game time, baby. Good to see y'all. Cheers, my friends. Let's get the party started, eh?
Funny how they wanted me to win until I passed them. Now all of a sudden they be talking in the past tense. He was this, he was that. Like I changed up. Had a kid, I'm a dad. Gotta make funds these days.
All right, I think we good. What it do?
Try to be original.
All right, welcome. How y'all doing? Good to see you guys. Energy in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. What's poppin'? Louis G in the building. What up, you know? Tamara in the house. Mod Squad's here. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Great to see you guys. Great to see y'all. Man, I spilled a little water. I spilled some water. That's all right. That's all right. Welcome in. Great to see you guys. W's in the chat. Future's Laura in the building. Good to see you, brother. Good to see ya. Yes, sir. How's everyone doing? Welcome in. Happy whatever day it is today. Happy new day. What up, Jake? What's good? Z Gamer in the house. What up, Muggs? What up, Casso? Vivian Young in the building. SK is here. J Coop in the building. What up, J Coop? Fresh off the jet. Yes, sir. What up? Price Action Kev. DJ Scratches. What up, J Deezy? Mr. 50. Yo, J Deezy, you have no idea. I was telling my wife about you and so pumped for you guys over there, man. So pumped. What up, Nate G? What's good? What's good? Roberto in the house. What up, Lazy Panda? I see ya. I gotta stop this thing sometimes. Exit Strat in the building. Wokey's in the house. What up, DeMarco? What's good? What's good? Good to see you guys, man. Welcome in. Lucas in the building. What up, Lucas? What up, OnlyBands? GG Hopes in the building. Hoops. Yeah, GG Hoops in the building. What up, Humble Analyst? All right, Garrett in the building. Clubhouse going crazy right now. Clubhouse wildin'. All right, let's get into it. Gold is finally melting, guys. Finally melting. Ain't it great? Anyways, welcome in. Let's get started. Today is the 21st of October, Tuesday here, and it's going to be a great day. So let's go ahead and pray, and then we'll begin, all right? All right, Father God, we thank you for this opportunity, Lord. I thank you, Lord, that we can go and do the works, the same works that you did, Lord, the same works that you commanded us to do, to go out there and spread the gospel, spread the knowledge, spread the wisdom all over the world. So, Lord, I thank you for calling me to do that. I thank you for this microphone and the opportunity to speak through it. Lord, I thank you for keeping this live stream fresh and pure and knowledgeable, Lord. We thank you for all the victory, all the success that's been taking place, and whether that be financially or just learning and growing, Lord, we thank you for it. We thank you for the moments in the valley. We thank you for the moments on the mountaintop. So we give you all the glory for it all, Lord, and we just ask that you continue to bless this group, continue to bless these sessions, and we just thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, let's do this. Praise God. Whoa. Let me clean up this water here. All right, that should do it. Okay, cool. What a melter here on Goldie. Let's go. Anyway, welcome in. October 21st it is, my friends, and it's another day, another opportunity for us to be patient, to be disciplined, to have some fun here at the desk, and to really just continue to put one foot in front of the other as we march into that 8-figure trader, right? You, my friend, get the opportunity to create that 8-figure trader every single day by day, step by step, trade by trade, session by session, my friends. I want you to think of it this way. You're not the character in the game. You're the player, right? You're not the character in the game. Just like you would normally play a video game, you're not that character. You're the player, and that player controls that character. That player guides that character, directs that character, and ultimately creates that character. So I want you guys to keep that in mind today as we move forward into October 21st. And let's go ahead and do this, man. So again, no news here. Government shutdown, so nothing too crazy going on in the matrix here today, outside of you finally understanding that you're the player, not the character, right? So we got some good news with that. Let's move on to technicals, because we're going to be trading technicals here today, as we have been for like the last 3 weeks, just because we really haven't had much. So beautiful move down, crazy move down. I think I got a little lucky here. I took it on my Top Step account. I think it's just because the vengeance, you know what I mean? And we made like $2,600 in about 26 seconds. So I'm done on Top Step for the day. I didn't take that on any other accounts. I really wish I did, but I just popped that one up and I said, you know what? I'm going in on this. I'm going in. So yeah. Anyway, let's go over to the daily time frame here on gold, and let's chop it up a little bit. I'm so happy that gold's moving down, and we can potentially have some new ranges here over the next week or two. So let me just lower this music a little bit. Yeah, that should be good. That should be good. All right, so let's talk about this. This is gold. This is the daily time frame, and let's break it down from the top down here. So let's just talk about the last couple. Let's talk about last week, right? We pushed up very heavily here last week. We had a candle that closed with no top wick, right? So as that candle here closed with no top wick, the next one obviously broke the highs, right? Could not find any range, and then just drove back down, broke the lows, and actually ended up closing bearish, right? But we talked about on yesterday, right, that what was the chance that this candle will stay down, right? So this candle did not stay down. It looks like we came down. We made a lower wick, but ultimately we just ended up moving bullish yesterday and closing bullish, right? And then not only just closing bullish, but closing above this overall range here, right? If we kind of put a little zone there, we can see that that candle has closed above those other two candles, indicating that it's a breakout, and the next candle, you know, according to price action, should move up. So we are moving down, though. We never did break the highs, which is nice. We did just break the lows here on the daily, which is very nice, and we're getting a move here. So let's drop down to the 4 hour and let's see what's taking place here. So 4 hour, beautiful pullback straight back down into 42.40, which is really what we wanted to see here. Trust me, whether you got in this trade or not, this is beautiful, right? So we want to see this come down even lower for sure. So 4 hours driving down now. We're coming into support. We got a wick to fill down here. Who knows? We can keep going. We might be here at the target tapped area, but overall you have, I'd say, all the way down into this level here, which is 08. Yeah, 08. Where price can continue driving down into off this 4 hour candle. So let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour had a nice little celery play. We basically drove into support. We still got a little bit more room to go here on the 1 hour. So it wouldn't surprise me if we kept moving down, re-breaking the low, and, you know, coming down to really fill that wick, right? If you see, there's a support over here. This guy here lines up perfectly with these wicks, and then this one as well there. So, you know, that could be a bit of an observation zone, but I'm pretty bearish for the most part. I know that sounds crazy to say here, but yeah, now that we got some downward movement, we can look for the opportunity to take some sells here. So this is what I had before I jumped on the stream. I really just looked at the charts very quickly, marked up this range here. I took this sell and basically just closed full at that support. So now that we've tapped into that area, our next best deal here is to probably get a pullback, right? So if we want to remain bearish, right, then we're going to need a pullback. If we want to anticipate, though, that this 4 hour candle has now tapped target, right, and that we could potentially pull back. So last time we came down here, right, this candle came shooting down, right, we pulled back, this candle tapped in, we moved all the way up, right? This same candle here, if you can see the wick, it tapped in, it pushed all the way back up. Same deal here. You had this green candle at one point was bearish, came down on the 4 hour and pushed all the way back up. So could we get the rejection here, right, out of this candle as well, where we see this guy start to move all the way back up, at least towards 68? So possibilities for that, right? What are we going to need, though? What are we going to need to be able to kind of take those buys here, right? Let's go back to this 30-minute time frame here, and let's talk about some ranges, right? So let's try and find a good range here. This one looks probably best right here at 48. So anything below 48 for me is most likely going to be a break, retest, and continuation, right? If we can get a range to form, let's say we do get a bullish candle here. Let me just draw it out instead of arrows. Let's say we get a bullish closure, right here, boom, followed by potential bearish closure, right? We start this little bit of a range, even like a nice steep wick to the top side, and then you get the closure above. That'll be like a mini like range 2 breakout. Those buys would be very nice here today to move back up towards like 68, and then potentially even push further. So each time we were down here, we kind of made our way up like in these areas here, as you can see, right? Came right into that area. So we'll see about that. I like buys above 49, but anything below 49, I'm probably going to stay put for a potential, you know, continued move down, right? Let's say we get this right here, you get a brand new support, we stay below, we get a, you know, maybe 1 or 2 closures, right? We get this closure here, and then we can go ahead and take sells again, right? Coming back down into these ranges. So yeah, that's it. We have a big move, so we're gonna have to wait here probably for just a little bit now and see if we can get a little bit of a pullback. So yeah, that's it for now. Let's see how we do around like 8:30, 8:45. But as of right now, we should continue melting, right? It's just going to get a little risky here. You got support, but I think that 1 hour, if it wants to, it could certainly drive into 42.17 here. So that's pretty much it. What a move down here on gold, man. Sheesh. 3 a.m. all the way through London, consolidation in pre-New York, and then the drop in New York. So lovely. So that's all we could really do right now. We're gonna keep an eye on this area here. There's really no need for any lines up here or anything like that. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, possible. I'm looking at 82 as well for possible buys, right? So if we can get a fake out above 47, we should be good to take the buys. If price wants to fake out and range a little bit, then I think above 42.80 is best, and we got all that clean range to the left. So that's it, man. That's it. Holy smokes. What a move down. Yeah, I was like, because you guys know, so you guys know my thing with Top Step, right? And this is basically like my fourth payout. So I told the group in I think it was in Asian or something, I'm like, I'm going heavy on Top Step basically, because this will be my fourth payout on this account, and I'm gonna go pretty big on it to see if we can cash one last big payout before they want to move us over to live. Yeah. Let's see, 1300. Yeah, dropped nothing, man. Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, whoa, I just closed it full. I was like, I didn't expect that. Yeah, risky trade. A little bit of a riskier trade. But the idea was pretty simple. I mean, you had a 30-minute closure, right, below the range. So 30 closure below the range, right here. Yeah, and that was that. Again, you guys know on that account, I'm going to be very risky, right? Very risky and go pretty heavy. So, yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Is this the same as XAU? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was a little scared about that 15-minute support, so that's why I didn't take it on my top one or my live account, because I'm like, I don't like that. But just so everyone knows, moving forward, these Top Step counts, I don't care about them. I'm going big on them, right? I'm going all in, and if I can get it done, I'll get it done with another really big payout. If not, I can care less. I'll blow them. Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now on these Top Step accounts. So I'll probably get a little bit riskier. I already made. I'll probably lock out on the day here, but yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So yesterday made 900. Today 2600. We need 1, 2, 3, 3 more days, and we take another payout. Yeah. We take another one. So we'll see though. I'm gonna be very risky in the process of this payout. So Top Step and taking away all your profits. Yeah, I know. Top Step on some, you know. I got me a couple more top one instant funded accounts though. So I racked up. So now I got 5 altogether. Top one futures. Yeah, Top Step's playing games. Playing games. Give me 1 sec. Let me just. I think I didn't sign the contract on him yet. Sign the contract. All right, let me see. I don't think I can copy these other 3 with these 2, but let me see, because I'm just a few dollars away from a payout with top 1 too. So I got 3,000 on 2 accounts right now. So I'm gonna hook these 3 up. I don't know why that one still says pause, but there we go. Let's see if we can get them on the copy trader or not. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, perfect. So I don't want this guy. That's an ignite. That's 668. All right, 668's the only one I don't want, which is the top one. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna run 5. We're gonna run 5 instant funded accounts copied up together. Boom, perfect. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Yeah, let's see what we do. All right, we got a closure on gold in 2 minutes, so we'll see how that goes down. But yeah, just kind of hanging out here. Hanging out. Does top one or Top Step have consistency? They don't. Not on the XFA. How come I don't want live? I don't really care. It's whatever. I just want a big payout before. What trades did we take today? Did we take anything in Asian? I'm trying to remember. I don't think we did. Yeah, Asian had us just running back and forth like lunatics, kind of. Yeah, no, we were just watching price. We had great ideas for sells. It worked out really good, but no position. We had really good ideas for buys. Worked out good, but no way to get in. We had really good ideas for sells, and then again, it just, so we were like, all right, let's call it. Yeah, I was saying we kind of felt like, you guys ever see that one prank where like the guy has like a fishing pole in his hand, right? And he's got like $1 strapped to it. Yeah. And he's just laughing. And some other guy's like kind of like, ooh, I want the money, you know? And the guy's like throwing it over here and throwing it over there. And the guy's running back and forth. That's how I felt last night. We were trying to take sells, price ran all the way down. We were trying to take buys, price ran all the way up. Sells, it was just crazy. So that's how it is sometimes. That's how it is sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna know exactly where you're at on the read of the market, but your setup, your setup might not show up, and that's okay. It's gonna happen sometimes. Yeah, the only trade I took today was the 30-minute, this one right here. Yeah, I closed full at 28 or 38. Made about $2,600, right? Times 2. Yeah, so whatever that is. 2,600 times 2 accounts. I don't even know what that is. Over $5,000. Over $5,000. State Farm commercial? Yeah, probably. 5,200. There you go. Yeah, a little over $5,000. Yeah, man, you seen that move beyond the grave? Yeah, like 1 second. I was like, whoa, didn't expect that. But I love to see a bearish gold. I love to see a bearish gold. Different time frames, support and resistance. It's always nice to, like, you know, you got to keep it in mind, right? Because the 4 hour, right now we know we're at a 4 hour support, like major support too. We also know we're in this trappy area on the 1 hour, but being that the support is way down here, I think the 1 hour could actually still move down and tap into 16 there. And that's a big move, believe it or not. It's like over 200 pips. So the issue now becomes like, if you're going to take this, the 1 hour looks good to come down, but keep in mind the 4 hour itself is at support. And then if you look towards this lower time frame, right, you have all these supports sitting here now. So I think it would be a decent time to wait for a little bit of a pullback. Even though the 1 hour might cruise down here, I still think we can either get a better buy position from the bottom, or we could just wait, right, for a better opportunity to sell from back up here and price to move back down again. So we're in a little bit of a tough area right now. We're at certain supports and certain ones we're not. So what I would always recommend is whatever time frame you're taking the trade on, that's the one that you want to base your support and resistance off of. So if it's like, if you like the 30-minute time frame, then if you got to get the closure on the 30-minute, right? Like we were talking about it yesterday. We're like, okay, cool. If we get a 30 closure, let's say we had this range here, right, and you get a 30-minute closure below, it looks good, right? Because looking left, you just have like a couple wicks here. But sometimes these wicks right here represent supports on the 15-minute. So although the 30-minute looks good, right, where you kind of have that clean range moving up, you sometimes want to look at this, right? And if it doesn't, if you don't like it, then what you can do, let's just say if you drop down to the 15-minute, what it's going to look like is, right, a support that's sitting there. So you either take the, like something like this, right? Oh, my bad. I drew that opposite. Something like this, right? So you can either take that trade based off the 30-minute and put your belief in the 30-minute, which I do, you know, a lot of times as well. Or you can wait for a 15 closure below this area instead, right? And a lot of times that could save you from getting stopped out or getting in a trade that maybe you shouldn't be in. So it just, for me, it all depends on volume. It all depends on the higher time frame, right? Mainly the higher time frame and the volume. But yeah, sometimes you're going to have wicks on the 30 that are ultimately these little supports on the 15, and then therefore maybe you should wait because you could reject out of there. All right, something like that. So anyone ever been in that? It's like a clean 30-minute breakout, but you look at the 15 and that's what stopped you. So yeah, you just gotta, you know, be aware of where you're at, what time frame or what time it is. Like, is it volume time, and are you moving in sync with the 4 hour? Like, I don't really want to take the sell here because the 4 hour is already at target. So could we move down into that wick? Yeah. But we're right at target right now. So taking a sell off of this, let's say 15-minute pattern, makes a lot of sense, right? But you also have to understand where you are on these other time frames. So if we were sitting, let's say up here, right, and we had that type of 15-minute pattern, absolutely you want to be involved in this, right? But when you've already tapped the target on the higher time frames, sometimes it's going to be best to just wait for that potential pullback, right? Because this is a very scary area where price can easily reject, just as we've done 1, 2, 3, 4 times just recently in the past. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. But like I said, we can come down because I do believe that this 1 hour candle can actually drive down, and if that's the case, I'd rather look for the potential to take buys down here off of the pullback, right? A little counter trend trade, potentially around like 9:15. What do I use for copy trading? I just use the platform that the company provides, pretty much. Yeah, they have like a built-in copy trader. Let me check my live account. I'm like, did I just happen to, you know, maybe? But apparently not. That would have been nice. That would have been nice. All right, let me pop the clubhouse up over here. Let's see what's cooking. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? What's up, Ken Hard? What up, Gary? Ryan in the building. Ryan was in the automobile. Let's go. He was moving. What's up, DJ Scratchers? Mr. Chief in the house. What up, Ahmad? How you doing? Good to see you guys. Yes, sir. Let's take a look at ES here as well. Whoa, ES still broken, or yeah? Let's do an analysis on MES. Yeah, let's do it here. All right. So let's see. Daily time frame. We did so we actually did end up moving bullish yesterday, right? So we ended up moving bullish. We had this little daily zone here that we never really got a breakout, right? So this candle actually was the one to break out, but you know, we pretty much filled the whole range, right? So, I mean, I am pretty bullish, I guess, based off that closure. But keep in mind, we are at a daily level of resistance and the all-time highs here. So, and we got like no top wick on that candle there. So let's take a look at this 4 hour. 4 hours been pulling back slightly here. Looks like we had no top wick on this candle. We just broke the highs here. So price starting to move up. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. 1 hour is closing with no top wick. I don't know. I'm not buying this 4 hour. I think we could reject here. You know, I know we're pushing up here, but potential for this to continue moving bearish, right? Like kind of break the highs there and then break the lows. So with that 1 hour closing with no top wick, that's actually pretty interesting. Let's take a look at the 30. 30 minutes having some issues here at 76. Yeah, 67.76 here. Let's take a look at the 15. And we're just chopping, you know, we're just ranging here. So that's our range currently right now in the 15-minute time frame. 30 minutes not looking too good either. So let's see. 4 hour is both bullish and bear. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see about potential sells below here in about 8 minutes, depending on the closure with this 15-minute time frame. If we can range in here for a little bit, that'd be great. And then we get the breakout at like 9:15. But yeah, we'll see. We're pretty clean on ES though today. So we got clean range to the top side. We got clean range to the downside, and I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, so this will probably be like a no trade range for ES. Don't really like this zone at all. So no trade range here, and then anything above that looks good to trade. Anything below looks good to trade here as well. Yeah, what up, TK? There he is. That guy. That guy TK. Captain, you could do it, brother. You could do it. One thing I wouldn't do is I wouldn't just leave the stream. I wouldn't leave the community. I would tap in every day, even on the days that I didn't have an account. I would use this. I would leverage this community to keep me smart, to keep me wise, to keep me positive and optimistic and, you know, future focused, right? It reminds me of one thing my mentor would tell me. He would say, you know, Nick, you know, when you're not having a good run, right? If we are the fire, right? If we are the fire, if you're starting to cool off, right? The last thing you want to do is move away from the fire, right? Actually, the cooler you are, the colder you get, the more accounts you blow, the tougher time you have, the more adversity you run into. You want to be closer to that fire, right? So I mean, you know, this is just my advice. I wouldn't leave the system. I wouldn't leave the fire. I would stay warmed up, right? I'd stay ready. And then once you do get some finances back up, you know what I mean? It's nothing. It's light. You get your account back and it's right back to business. But keep in mind, one of the biggest failures or ways of failure that I see traders go through is that they get steady for 6 months and then they go ghost for 6 months. And then they get steady for 6 months, and then they go ghost for 6 months. And this can last years, gang, years, if you're not on top of it. So I would never go ghost. If this is something you're truly committed to, truly, you know, wanting to get done in your life, I would take the time. I'd find the job. I'd do what some of these guys do. I have this stream on in one ear and my boss yapping in the other ear, and I'd stay locked in. I'd stay locked in because I was never trying to clock in, you know. So one thing to clock in for a moment, but, you know, to dip out and, you know, lose the hope and the faith and the, you know, the optimism, right? That's a slippery slope. Project X is working. Captain, you got it in you, brother. You got it in you. Remember the guy with the diamonds, right? Remember the picture. Remember the picture. If you couldn't open top one or top, where would I trade? And no live money? Sheesh. Demo? I'll probably take a day off, brother. If you couldn't trade on top beep or top one, where would you trade and why? Prop firm. Oh, prop firm options. I can't say the name yet. I can't say the name yet. Sorry. Sorry. Coming soon. Coming soon. I got y'all, man. I got y'all. Dropping November 1st. New information. Yeah. Yeah, you know, any one of the other ones, man. Any one of them. Yeah, they're all the same. They're all the same. You almost got me, Norbert. Maybe I'll tell you this weekend when we meet up. We gotta, yeah. I'll tell you about it. Where should I start to get involved? Right here, brother. Yeah, right here. This is the best place to start getting involved. It's completely free. It's very, very knowledgeable. You'll have examples of really good trades. You know, you'll see the build up to these trades. You'll also see us enter these trades, manage the trades, explain the trades, answer questions about the trades. So this is a great place to start right here. TK. Exactly, yes. Yeah, you know, there's a bunch of them. So just do some research and figure it out. We'll figure it out. Called my own trade yesterday. It was super close. Oh, damn, Matty Dukes. That's all good. Remember, all this is a psyop, right? To get you to fumble your bag, right? That's all it really is. At the end of the day, it's just a distraction. Just something to get you off your rocker a little bit. So that way you make stupid decisions and blow your accounts. And then you whip out your credit card or debit card and buy new ones. That's the point. Right, so don't let that stuff knock you or, you know, mess your mind up a little bit. It's very easy to do, right? All of a sudden you're just like, you know what? Screw these guys, and then blow your account and then pay them again. You know what I mean? It's crazy what we do. So, you know, keep your head on straight here, right? This little tiny adversity, little hiccup, they're just trying to rally you up a little bit, and it ain't gonna work over here at TTE. Yo, hey, what was even funnier was all the lines of people lined up out the door to buy gold at $4,600 an ounce, man. You gotta love it. Here comes the dump, my friends. I mean, once the average mediocre people are online at the shops to buy gold bars, you already know the tank is coming. So just be prepared for the shorts, man. I'm telling you. Imagine buying gold at $4,600 an ounce. That's so funny. So funny. Let's see. 1:15 a.m. Yeah, let's take a look. 1:15. 1:15. Yeah, actually look pretty good. More so for, maybe even more so for buys than anything. I don't know what the 4-hour candle looked like at that point, so it's tough to say, but like, yeah, maybe a little inverted celery here to kind of pop back up, back in the range, but I don't know what the 4-hour looked like, so I can't give you a good, honest, like, answer here. The last webinar recorded? Yeah, of course. They're all in the webinar channel. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, all good. That's what they're for, man. That's what the webinars are for, so you guys can take advantage of them. And all right, come on, 1 hour. Just get down there. Oh. Buys 2 ounces of it. Yeah, next thing you know, gold's at 2,000. I wouldn't be surprised, man. Yeah, 3,200. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's like, when's the best time to sell Bitcoin? I don't know. When everyone's talking about it. When everyone's talking about buying it, that's the best time to sell it. What up, Johnny Gems? And Rafi's here. Okay. The boys are here.
Yo, yo.
Yo, what's good?
Good morning, my brothers.
How are you
feeling?
guys?
Morning, boys.
Fantastic.
Feeling good, feeling good?
Popping.
Incredible. Incredible.
Blessed
How you
favorite.
feeling?
Blessed, my guy. Blessed. Another day. Took a deep breath in and opened up my eyes, bro. Blessed.
Amen, bro.
Oh man, how many of you
Yeah,
guys
bro.
were actually grateful when you opened up your eyes today? Isn't that a beautiful feeling?
Yeah, bro.
Or you're just like, you know what? Thanks. You know, waking up every morning is the most underrated miracle. Okay, perfect. There's that 1 hour, by the way. Underrated miracle here. All right, we got ourselves into 16 here, exactly what we wanted. So let's see what we can do from 16 now. But man, oh man, what a blessed day ahead of us, eh?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Grateful, bro.
How many guys wake up and you're just like, great things are gonna happen to me today? Just before you even open your eyes, just you already got the mind going. Great things are gonna happen to me today. Great things are gonna be happening to me today. All right, start speaking it. I remember the old Italians. They're like, "Oh my God, don't say that. Don't say that." Like, shut up. Don't say that. Why? So my life can turn out like yours? You know,
Why would
don't
they
jinx.
even say not to?
My goodness.
Why'd they say not to say it again? I forget.
Because
bro.
they couldn't. Because the basically the church told them it was demonic, really. But also because they didn't understand the power of their words. They didn't understand who we truly are. That what you see is just a meat suit. That the outer world is simply a reflection of the inner world, right? And that the way your life goes is controlled by the thoughts and the words your mouth speak, right? So they didn't understand that concept. So they were like, thought it was voodoo or something, like, "Ooh,
Right.
it's demonic." Like, what?
Like a reverse curse or something. Like, don't say good things are gonna happen to you. That means bad
That's
things are
demonic. I'm gonna have a wonderful day, Mom. That's demonic. Don't say that. Go to
Right.
work. What?
gonna-
That's
Actually
demonic.
crazy.
So yeah, you know the vibe. But hey,
What
we
in the
do
world?
better now. You know, we do better. It's all good. You know, one good thing about having kids is you get to not just not give your kids things you didn't have, but teach them things you didn't know. You know, so that's something I'm very excited about sharing with my kids, and they already know about it. You know, Alea's had self-talk for over a year now, so they already know about the power of words and, you know, how they can dictate your life. But the older generations, they didn't know about it, you know. I mean, they did, but not the ones that we talked to. Not the ones that we talked to. Florida has officially legalized gold. Hey. Start buying some stuff with gold.
Yeah, well,
I know it's small, but today I took an L and I did not revenge trade or add any trades to the loss. I took the L like a boss. Means a lot to me. Have always had issues taken. Yes, perfect, brother. Perfect. Congratulations. It's bigger than you think. It's not small at all. That's actually a bigger win than probably all of your trades combined that you've taken so far. All the profits combined is probably not as big as a victory as that awareness and you know, that step in the right direction. So congratulations.
W, man. Enjoy the game. Enjoy everything that has to come with the game. You know, the good and the bad, the wins, the losses, all of it. The
Yeah.
patience, the discipline. You gotta fall in love with the whole thing.
Yeah. Yep. You know, that's funny that you say that. I woke up and I was like, damn, I missed London. Yeah, literally as a new trader, I would wake up and see that move and I'd be like, damn, I missed the whole move, you know, and I'd just go force a sell or something. Like it doesn't matter what happened before your business opened, you know what I mean? So the one thing that helped me in trading was I got very strict on business hours and rules and you know, everything. I dialed everything down to a business, you know. So whether it was depending on what sessions I traded, that's what my business hours were open to. I had expenses in my business, right, where I would buy combines or evals or even fund live accounts. I would understand the losses were expenses that, like Rafi said, you're basically paying for data, right? When you take a loss, you're just paying for some data. That's all. So you turn into that probability minded trader based off of that business ownership mindset, and that's where things start to click. You really don't care as much anymore if you lose or if you win. You're just following the plan, and the plan will lead to winning. So that's the cool part about it.
This morning we were talking about how traders needed to use a different term than losses, right? Because we're not losing, we're not taking losses, honestly. Like, it's in reality, it's just a business expense and it's just statistical noise, or like Rafi says, we're paying for data, right? So I feel like using the term loss could be an insult to your ego, right? I think traders should use a better term for loss as just business expense or, you know, statistical noise.
Yeah, you know, and also if you think about it, when you think about losing, you know, it's gonna trigger the, you know, self-defense mechanism. So if you're already gonna think like, oh, if I take this trade, it's probably gonna be a loss, whatever, you know, that's, again, you're not looking at the right things, you know. So it's like, all right, so my data says that if I do this, when I see this, there's a high probability that it might play out. There's no loss or wins. Now you are trading the data, with something that we've been talking about. So if you actually stop thinking about the losses and just thinking about what you see, and if that's the move, that's the playbook, you're just focusing now on execution. This is something that, you know, Nick keeps talking about, you know, execution over profit. So take the wins, take the losses out, because that's the other thing, you know, you have positive and negative in a battery, right? The positive and negative. But if you want to keep the wins and take away the losses, it's not going to work. Just take as in my execution, here's my playbook, and here is, you know, that's not a move that I should execute, because then you find the reason. So now it's like you're taking the winning the losses out of the equation. There's not emotional attachment.
Yep.
Exactly. Bro.
It's a game. It's a game we're playing. That's all it is.
Green days and red days. If you want to think about, you know, wins and losses, green days and red days.
Green days, red days, baby. Lessons, losses are just lessons. You know, the only way to success is through failure, right? So it's not just in trading, right? You have to do this in all areas of life. You know, in order to get better, you got to fail a little bit, you know? So failing is not the issue. Is when we went to school, when we failed, we got an F, right? So we thought, okay, I must be stupid, or failure must not be good. Or, right, you failed the class, right? Failure stood for an F, and an F meant that you were a little dummy, right? And that's the way they program you, right? That's the way now later on when you're a 35-year-old grown man, right, and you take a loss in the markets, you feel like a loser because you've been trained, right, and programmed that failure is final, right? That's it. If you fail, you suck. Don't even try it again, right? But that's just not the case, you know. So parents out there, you know, one thing I'm doing is encouraging my kids to fail, right? Fail and fail often and fail frequently, so that way you can learn a lot. So again, it's just a rewiring, a reprogramming of the mind, understanding you've been programmed, you've been dumbed down. It's not that you're a dummy. It's not that we're dummies. We've just been dumbed down, right? So we have to begin to awaken that awareness again and understand, okay, hold on, not everything I learned held truth, right? It just, you know, it's just coming from an average individual in a classroom or something, right? Or whatever the case is. So just keep that in mind, man. Failure is a good thing. Actually, failure is a great thing, and the world will tell you it's not, but I'm going to tell you it is. And I'm in the 1%. So you know, you decide who you listen to. You know what I mean? Hey, Michael? Hey, Rebecca. Is there anyone named Michael here?
What's up, Michael?
How are you? Yeah, how are you, Michael? Right, so it's the world's ways or the right ways. You got to reprogram, man. Reprogram. Let's see. I've not gone out and drank in the last few months. Went to the pub this weekend with some of my boys, and it was depressing. I left telling myself I have to make it. Yeah, and I love that. I love that, man. You know, there was a time in my journey, too, where, you know, I left the boys, too. You know, I left the boys. The boys were all over here hanging out, having fun, having a good time, chilling, hanging. You know, I'm over here at my house reading some stupid book called Think and Grow Rich. And I'm like, am I missing out on what the boys are doing? Like, I just want to go and hang out, right? Like, as if I was missing something, right? Or I'm over here meeting with some mentors or building some other businesses and committing my time to the future, really. And I kept thinking about the boys. And I'm like, man, I got to link back up with the boys, right? And at this time, let's say a couple months, 6 months have gone by, and like Dominic, you know, you're a new person, right? You're totally different than what you used to be. So when you do go over, right, and you hang out, you're like, I'm not missing anything here. Like, these guys are legit still doing the same exact thing, still saying the same exact thing, and acting the same exact way that they were 8 months ago when I last left them. I'm out of here, right? I'm like, no way. I'd rather hang out with these successful people and go get, you know, my future on and get a head start on my future here. So sometimes you actually do have to go back and chill with the boys to realize chilling with the boys ain't as hyped up as it used to be. It ain't as, you know, as good as you thought, right? And then one big thing for me was I got to realize I was not missing out on anything over here, that this is where I was supposed to be, and that I was going to win, and I was going to move. Whether these dudes came with me or not, honestly, I didn't give a rip. I'll say, you boys want to come. If not, I'm out of here, right? And I bounced. And you know what? Not many followed. But today, they're slowly coming back in. You know, they're slowly coming back around. They're going, you know what? Maybe Nick had a point, you know what I mean? And 3 or 4 of them or 4 or 5 of them are starting to come back now and say, you know what? You know, we want to hear what you're doing now. Right. So that's how it is. But, hey, imagine if I waited for him, right? Imagine if I waited for him. Imagine if I went back and hung out with him because I thought that was better than this. Man, I would have been so foolish, right? So that's a good point. And, you know, I love the fact that you went and hung back out and realized, like, I'm not missing anything here. That's why now I wake up like, hey, everyone, let's go. And then my boys are like, yo, what? It's time for work already? Nick's on YouTube right now. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So, you know, you keep moving forward. I read in the book the other day, it said, you going after your best self right now is going to impact more people in the future than you ever even know. So let me say that again. You going after your best self now is going to impact more people in the future than you can even know right now. So, you know, just keep that stuff in mind.
It's fire.
Always thought I lost or made a mistake, that was failure. Yeah. Yep. It was very hard breaking and trading. Yeah, man. Trust me, bro. I was programmed from a young kid. How many of you guys go to school and, you know, you had those other kids, they like went into a separate class? Like, they joined your class sometimes, but like when they came, like an extra teacher came. Hi, King Man. What are we doing here, buddy?
We got volume.
Yeah, that was me. They called it resource room back then. Resource room. The kids that needed extra resources, so they thought.
Oh, that was me.
Yeah. So from I think 4th grade, they had put me in that, right? They put me in that in 4th grade. I was always in classes that had probably 8 to 12 kids versus the normal classes, right? That had 20 kids, right? So not for every class, but for some of them. And I mean, just imagine how you can dumb somebody down like that. Like, yeah, kid, you're not good enough for the other class. You know, we're gonna keep you over in here so we can watch you and all that stuff. It's very degrading, right? So if you come from that, you know, chances are when you try and step out and do something later in life and you start failing, you're gonna be like, you know what, the teachers are right. Like, I'm not as good as the other 25, 26 kids that were in those other classes. Maybe I should just be a a garbage man or a janitor. Garbage man's it's a pretty good job. Oh, what is it called now? A sanitation professional? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I forget. But you know, it's not a bad job, but it's just not what I was looking for in life. So, you know, you gotta believe in yourself, man. You gotta believe in yourself. Here, yeah, you can take the short yellow bus and put this helmet on while you're at it.
Literally, though, made me feel stupid.
Oh man, you're not stupid or anything, little Johnny.
Right? Like, sure. That's what you're making it seem like.
Yeah, those same people that are calling you stupid are making like 50 grand a year plus medical benefits. Exactly.
All right.
Probably even less.
Like, great.
But hey, shout out to all you guys with ADHD and all the little symptoms that they told you had, but now you're out here making more in a month than they make in a year. So W to all you guys. I personally think ADD kids, ADHD kids, I think resource room kids are running the whole entire world at this point now. So W. They was sleeping on us, man.
They slept on us.
Yo, the sanitation, that is mob work right there. That is my... Any of you guys ever had a no-show job? No-show? I think those only go down in New York and New Jersey. Maybe Pittsburgh, too. Oh, sanitation relocation engineer, bro. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's your that's the LinkedIn bio. Oh, snap. Where's Dominic? Back to Dominic's point, though. That was a good point. Lost all my friends as soon as I started to take this trading seriously. Yeah, you know, it's a part of the game.
Damn,
you know, my mentor would tell me
things.
Yeah, he would tell me, look, Nick, your friends are gonna, you know, they're gonna laugh. They're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna giggle. Your family members, your aunts and uncles, they're gonna say, oh, what do you think you're gonna be rich? And you know, they're gonna joke on you and all that stuff, right? But later on in life, they're gonna give you a hard time. Like he prepped me for all that. And he said, but later in life, they're gonna say, oh man, we always knew you'd do it. Oh, if anyone was going to do it, it was going to be you. We always believed in you, right? And, you know, this guy never told a lie. Because during the journey, when it didn't look like I was making anything happen, all those same people were like, what do you think? You can go get rich. Like, you're going to need a job, and you can't do this. And they would doubt, you know, and talk crap and all that stuff. I remember I was selling some products one time. You know, my uncle cracking jokes on the products and all that. Like... But look, man, I knew that was part of the game, right? Those are little Quakers, haters. They're just NPCs, right? That are in the game, so that way you can move about your business and maneuver around them, right? And then once I really actually made it to a certain level and stuff, like nowadays I see my family, they're like, oh my God, Nick, you're so amazing. We believed in you. We knew you would do it. If anyone would do it, it'd be you. And it's just like, shut up. No, it's like, oh yeah, thanks. You know, but what Mr. V told me, you know, it totally came true, right? Because they will come back one day, right? And they will say, hey man, we're proud of you. We always believed in you. And you just keep that in the back of your head, right? And knowing, okay, cool. You know, I'm on my journey here, and it's starting to show. So I just use that as a confirmation. You know what I mean? That we're continuing to level up. It's like the crab in the bucket. The crab in the bucket mentality. Your friends are gonna want you to hang out and not leave them, and you know, then you're gonna quote them a quote from Earl Nightingale, and they're gonna be like, dude, you're freaking weird, bro. You're weird. Get away from us. You know what I mean? So then you just do your own thing. Go get rich, and then pull up on them at their job, and you know, a Porsche GT3 RS or something. Mm-hmm. Right, John, what did the relatives say? We've seen some relatives this weekend. What were they saying? Oh, actually, you weren't there when they pulled up. But yeah, oh my God, I was so proud of you. We always knew you would do this. Right.
Exactly.
Sanitation hygiene manager. Yo. That's the LinkedIn bio. Yeah, that's crazy. Never taken. Yeah, that's good, Martin. That's good. Just took out 2,200 times 2. How you doing? Sounds like a teacher's monthly salary right there, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm most likely gonna go back to my hometown one of these days, pretty soon, and maybe hit up the school, say hello to the teachers, see how they're doing. Maybe I'll toss them 100 or something. I'm just giving out hundreds here today. How you guys doing? Just want to say hi to my old teachers.
Facts, bro. You should.
It's been a blessing. We've been giving out hundreds for days now. Ever since that first day, I got like basically addicted to it, and I just keep hundreds now. So everywhere I go, I just hand people $100 bills. They're like the guy I tipped the waitress the other day, but then there was this other guy, and he kept like opening the door, and I noticed he was doing it like for everyone. I'm like, damn, he doesn't even need to do that. So on the way out, you know, he was holding the door for us again. I slipped him 100, and he just was like so confused. He was like, dude, what? Really? And I just walked away. I just bounced.
Bro, where was this?
It was at one of the restaurants the other night.
Wow.
Oh, it was funny. PJ waiting, baby. That's right. What up, Green? There's Green. Am I looking for gold buys? Yeah, potentially. Yeah, if we get a... So, okay, cool. So our hourly candle closed here, and we closed... Look where we closed. Right at 17. Exactly where... Or not 17. Right at... Yeah, 17. Right where we wanted it to close at. So now we see if we get some sort of a support, right? If this candle here can close bullish, looking something like that, right, that's going to give us the opportunity to go in for these buys here. So if we can get something like that within the next right around like 9:30, that'll be perfect. I think I could even probably justify taking this at 9:15 as well. So yeah, we'll see if we get that closure, and then it's on like Donkey Kong.
Setting up here, looking good.
Setting up. It's setting up. It's 9:06. Let's see. Bearish. Yeah, interesting. I love these red candles on gold. What do you think, Green? What do you think, buddy? Beautiful hourly candles coming down. Yeah, that's true, Ben Bennett. And what's crazy is you'll find that strangers, people you meet later on in life, they actually care more for you, believe it or not. It's wild. It's wild. Like I said that one time, or I said this a few times, but the people that want the best for you aren't always the people that know the best for you, right? So like as an example, like your mom might want the best for you, right? But she may not know how to direct you and coach you and teach you how to do better, right? So just because someone wants the best for you doesn't mean that they know the best, right? And unfortunately, a lot of people will listen to their parents, will listen to people who are not in life where they want to be, and they will end up doing exactly what they did in life, right? So it's no wonder why, your dad was a janitor and so are you, right? You listened to all of his advice and just followed in his footsteps. So again, your dad probably wanted the best for you, but he may not have known what was best for you, right? He couldn't point you in the right direction. Like my parents, they did the best they could, but they couldn't get me to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100K months, right? They couldn't do that at all. They couldn't help me impact and inspire people all around the world. They couldn't help me learn the markets. They couldn't help me point me in the right direction for personal growth and development material. They couldn't. They wanted the best for me, but they couldn't offer it, right? So that's where you have to look over at outside mentors and sources and information, right, and research, and start really following your own heart, you know what I mean, and going about your business like that. So yeah, thank God I didn't listen. I probably would have either been a truck driver or working for the town. Any of you guys work for the town? Oh my goodness,
that's listening to mom or dad's advice.
That would have been a nightmare. Hey, if I would have followed my dad,
advice,
yeah, I would have been a tractor trailer driver. If I would have followed my mom, I would have been I would have been a town employee, bro.
Sheesh, bro.
Imagine how much
you go for your own goals and don't listen to anyone else.
Imagine how much potential would have been wasted.
Everything.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, man.
Green, want to see green? Green. You would have caught me cutting grass at the local baseball field.
Wow. And dude, that would have changed everything too. Just like my life.
That would have changed everything. This whole stream wouldn't be here.
This whole stream wouldn't be here.
Dang. We've been umping too on the weekends. Cut the grass and then ump.
Strike! I would have been so good. I'd be like, strike! I would have had my umpire. Hey, whatever I was gonna do though, I was gonna do it the best. All right, that's one thing for sure. But you know,
mow the lawn the best, bro.
The straightest lines, the best angles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve. Yeah, they mean well. They mean well, and it's a weird thing as a not a child, but like, you know, coming from that family to be like, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? I don't want that. I'm not doing that. And then there's a whole bunch of confusion, and from your parents' perspective, rebellion, right, going on there. So it causes, sometimes it can cause a lot of friction, a lot of just tension. You know what I'm saying? So some people have parents that support them with everything that they do. My parents are pretty supportive, but when I went out and started really chasing this dream of becoming financially independent, they just couldn't comprehend that. You know what I mean? So like, they didn't understand that. They looked at it as if it was just another one of my, ways of just, I don't know, revolting or whatever. So yeah, you know, you gotta maneuver through that stuff. And from my experience, I would probably say try and say as little as possible to your parents. You know, they just don't want to worry about you. You know, they don't want to know you're in trading. They know most people lose. They have all the information, right, to worry, right? And a lot of times people, in most cases, are going to look at, you know, life with the glass half empty, right? Not everyone is like us. So your parents are going to say, oh, that's my beautiful child, and I don't want them to be hurt or lose money or get scammed or this or that. So they're obviously going to go to battle to fight, to try and get you, especially all you young guys and girls, like to try and get you, you know, to not go that way. But I'm so happy I went that way. I'm so happy I never listened and rebelled and was delusional and all that stuff. You know, it made me who I am today.
Facts, bro. Yeah, it's the best thing to do, bro. Just not say anything to anyone, so you don't have to deal with anyone's negative energy, you know, and their opinions about it. Just keep it to yourself.
Make people think, man. Help them. Make them think. How does he do this? How is he doing? Make them think.
Well, my cousin's mind are blown, dude. Blown away. They're like, the guy's got like 4 kids. No one's got a job over there. No one's got jobs in that house. Anna stays at home.
He's probably doing something illegal.
Their mind is
$100.
Their mind
pizza
is
and wings.
Yeah. Oh snap! But it's cool. It's cool. It's good to be that guy. You know, right, TK? It's good to be that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
I always wanted to be that guy. I always wanted to be the yes guy. Any of you guys are tired? How many of you guys go to family events and the bill comes and everyone whips out their calculator? Like, come on. I didn't want that anymore. Like, it was like little simple things. Like, you go to hang out with your boys and all of a sudden everyone gets their own check. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm just going to make enough money to just pay for the whole table. Like, any of you guys ever want to do that? Like, I just wanted to be that guy to be like, hey, if my family needed something or if my friends needed something or if I wanted to do something, I could say yes, right? Because I focused on my own business, my own pocket economy, and made a difference. So I always wanted to do that. You know, I see the tables now, and I remember the days, man, where, you know, be 4 or 5 of us, and, you know, the waitress come over and say, you want to split the checks? You know, because it's just normal now. And we're like, yeah, of course we want to split the checks. Nowadays, I'm like, nah, give me the check. Right, nowadays we at the table fighting, right, for who's gonna pay. So it's nice, you know, it's nice when you level up and you can do things like that. And now sometimes we play like roulette, like with the cards, and we have fun with it. You know, we have fun with it, and it's a good time. And now everyone wants to pay, right? So you're no longer at the table where everyone's picking out their calculator to say, no, Billy, you got a soda, you got to pay $2.50 extra. No, actually it was $2.80. Yeah, it wasn't 50, it was $2.80. Johnny, you only got a water, so you could take this $2 back. Like, what? That's crazy.
You got the extra range.
Oh yeah, guac cost extra. Rafi, cough up that extra $4.
No whack today for me.
yeah, no guac.
Oh man, it's the same thing as reading the menu, right? You got that good old menu right there, and you know you got what's on the menu. and then you got the price. So it says chicken, and then it says the price. And most people, they read the menu from the right to the left. I just want to start reading the menu from the left to the right again. You know, how many of you guys you don't even look at this side, you just go $10.99, $12.99, $14.99, $9.99. Yeah, what's that? Salad. Okay, yeah, we'll take a salad today, right? Aren't you tired of doing that? These were the little things that would just irk my nerves about life. Like, I'm done looking at the price and reading the menu from right to left. You know what I mean?
For real, bro. One day we're gonna be gone, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if that ticks you guys off, but man, that would tick me off.
You guys have free refills here, or the refills are extra?
Hey, would you like another Coke? I don't know. It depends. Is the refill free, or am I paying $3.50 for it? Oh, they're free. Okay, yeah. Well then, yeah. Let's get another one. What I love to do is I love to go out with people, and they low key don't know, or maybe now they do, but they don't really know that I'm paying, you know. So I just tell them, yeah, let's eat, and they just they still read the menu from right to left. Meanwhile, they could have got anything that they wanted, you know. But they were thinking about the money, right, the whole time, and I'm just like, yo, let's just have a good time and eat some good food. From a Christian perspective, okay, let's see. Well, what would you say money can make one happy, or money can make happiness, or money can buy happiness? I don't know, but every single person I handed a $100 bill to, they jumped up and down in joy. So I think it could bring some happiness. Yeah, they said, hey, I could use that for this, or I'm gonna use this for this. They said, bro, you don't even know, bro. I needed this for a bill today, and they were happy. So money make them happy.
I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna say to that, you know, it's a state. You know what I'm saying? I've known, trust me, I know, I would say, a lot of people that have a lot of money, like money that they can't probably spend in their lifetime, and they're miserable, right? And I have a lot of people that I've known and know that don't have a lot, and they're the happiest people that I've seen. Yep. That really taught me that it's a state.
It really is.
You gotta be in a state of inner happiness, because, you know, once you have that, everything else is a bonus.
Yep.
Yeah, fact.
Yeah, I don't. You know, the more money I get, the more I realize it's like health and relationships are probably what makes one wealthy. It's just something that I'm starting to understand a little bit better. But good health and taking care of your health and having good relationships with people and like just spending your time how you want to is really a good definition for success. So, you know,
absolutely, bro.
Maybe some guy needs $100,000 a month to do that. Maybe some guy needs $10,000 a month. Maybe some guy needs $5,000 a month. So, you know, it's really, I think having your time and health and relationships is probably the coolest part about freedom. Right,
Facts,
Kingston?
bro. I'm not just trying to be rich in the pockets, bro, but also the mind, body, and soul. And that's what I'm trying to, you know, how I'm trying to live my life. So, I mean, you know, it won't really matter to me if I have millions in the bank, but like I'm obese and depressed and, you know, not connected spiritually with myself. You know, I want to be wealthy in all those areas to truly be wealthy, you know. Exactly.
It's Rafi said, and Ron, it's a state of mind, you know. State of mind. Yep, bud.
Facts. I agree with Rafi, absolutely.
Yeah.
They can't see you down there.
It takes, you know, and I feel like to get into that state of mind, there are some things that you're going to have to explore, you know, because the state of mind at times could be something that you learned from your programming, you know, how you were brought up, how you learn about money from, you know, your upbringing and all of that. And sometimes people are not aware of it. And sometimes it's coming from generations. And yeah, it's, you know, like we've said before, you know, this inner work is a never-ending process. You know, you're always evolving, always improving, always changing.
But it's so true though. Like, those are things that really matter, honestly, in my opinion. You know, like having the roof over your head, having food in your mouth, shelter, people who love you, right? Those things, I think, are what truly matters, and everything else is, like you said, Rafi, like a commodity and just extra to that.
Yeah. Matt, we're going to say hi.
Go to Bali, bro. You go to Bali and everything will, like, how you see things will probably change, you know, because you go there, you know, and basically, like, if you think about it, you'll have so much money compared to a lot of people that live there, you know, the locals. And bro, they're so happy. These people are so happy, and I had really good conversations with a lot of the local people, you know, and their happiness isn't measured by how much money they have. You know, it's about their community, how much they're helping each other, you know, their events, them, you know, praying together, you know, them, you know, giving to their children, seeing their children play, you know. It's like, whoa, it's just different, you know?
Right. The way people live life differently and the results they get, for real, bro.
Yeah.
You know, people think I'll be richer if I have more money, but really you'll be richer if you know, strengthen your relationship with your family, you know, or something like that. Or if you get in better shape, right? Boom, you become richer there, not only just in the pockets.
Bro, I'm telling you, you know, like, I know, you know, working with these guys, you know, guys in the big leagues, a lot of them are stressed and they have a lot of money, bro. You shouldn't be stressed, man. Like, you have over $10 million in your account right now, liquid. What are you stressed about? You know?
Yeah. So how you
I mean, you shouldn't
be.
be stressed, but no, they're stressed, you know? Like, everything has a price, and we as traders, we have the price that we have to, you know, overcome losses and, you know, and all this personal stuff that might pop up into your personal life at the moment, and no different with, you know, anybody else. And that tells you that, okay, you're making X amount of figures, but what's your state? You know, are you happy? Are you truly happy? Are you stressed?
Boom. That's
Yeah.
money right there, bro. Your state of being makes you wealthy, right? Because how can I have less money than you but feel more rich than you? You know what I'm saying? It's like you said, the state of being, bro. And that's what truly is wealthy, you know, that feeling.
Yeah, man. That's so true.
That's facts right there.
Mr. V said it pretty good one time. Like, he said, money is not good nor bad. It just takes on the characteristic of the person or the individual who has it, right? So if you're a good person, then, you know, you could do a lot of great things with money, right? But if you're, you know, not a good person, you're probably not going to do the greatest things with your money, and maybe you'll learn along the way. But money's not good or bad. It just is. It's like a dog. You know, like the dog is going to, or even like a human, right? The dog is going to be however his owner uses him to be. You know, I back when I lived back home, there were some guys that they would train these pit bulls and they would fight these dogs, right? And they would be extremely vicious, extremely angry, caged up, you know what I mean? Just not living the greatest life. And then I had like a cousin also who had 3 pit bulls, and they were the nicest dogs in the world based on how he trained them, right? So that's kind of like money. Money's not good or bad. It just takes on the characteristic of whoever has it, right? So that's the way I feel. You know, if you're a good person, man, you can do a lot of great things in this world with the money that you do get blessed with.
Agreed, bro. 100%.
Yeah, Billy, he went to Bali. He said that he took 70 mil, right, which is somewhere around $4,000, you know, for a vacation. Like, bro, like $4,000, that's somebody's, you know, house payment or whatever, you know. And you have 70 mil out there, bro. It's like you are living life,
large.
Like, oh my gosh, you're making it pop.
I seen what you can get down there in Bali.
Yeah, it's wild.
Cheap. It's crazy.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You know, it's like
Live there,
for
like
Billy,
kings.
you know, yeah, it's money. I mean, $4,000 is money, you know. But look at the taxi driver was like, bro, you gotta hide that. That's way too much money. I mean, bro, these people are making like $200 a month, you know, $300 a month on payments. Like, they're getting paid, you know.
Crazy.
And
crazy.
Level of joy that these people have, bro, it's incredible. Gratitude. They're so grateful for everything.
As they should be. You know, we all should be. Like I found a lot of that gratitude long before, you know, way in the valley. You know, like I found gratitude way back there in the valley many years ago. You know, I would look at Anna from time to time and say, honey, I want you to know, like, I'm the happiest guy alive. Just to have you, just to be in the pursuit of greatness, just to have this vision, to have this hope. You know what I heard a long time ago? It said, men, your vision is her safety net. you know, and you know, I would sit there and I say, look, I'm grateful now because I know what we're going to get done. I know the job is done. I know the life we're going to live. I promise you we're going to have freedom. I promise you're going to get out of that job, right? I'm super grateful right here, right now. I don't need any of the money to make me happy. I'm already happy. You know, and I would say that over and over and over, not just to her, but to really remind myself that I don't need any of it. I really don't. I like the challenge. You know, I like the challenge. I want to live a good life. I want to provide a good life, and I like the challenge, but I don't need it. I don't need it to be happy. You know what I'm saying? So if you could find that joy, that happiness, that gratitude while you're in the valley, man, that's going to produce so much value, you know, to you, to your life, and to other lives, you know, as you come out of that season and start, you know, marching your way up to the mountaintop. So, yeah, you got to be grateful no matter what.
And finding good in the right now will attract more good to you later as well, you know? And it's like finding joy and happiness is legit a choice versus like being a chance. It's more of a choice, you know? It's a perspective, it's a state of being, like Rafi was saying, you know? So it's something you can have right now by just switching your perspective, you know, on something, literally.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. That's why
like
books
Nick said,
are
bro,
important.
just play the game and continue to level up and get more out of life.
True.
You know, we got a celery cooking here.
Yeah, maybe. We got 3 minutes on the closure.
15 onion too. Oh wow, 9:30 is coming up.
Yeah. Lost track of time.
3 minutes.
Right.
3 minutes.
I want that. I want this onion, bro. Above.
Yeah, a nice bullish closure would be good. I'll even take it on the bearish closure, but it's got to be above.
For sure. Well, look at the 15-minute.
Yeah, no, the 15's starting to look really good.
Exactly. Looks great. 15 onion, 30 inverted celery coming in.
Money can't satisfy. Yeah, money can't satisfy your soul. You know, I never said it could either. Like I said, I was happy and satisfied long before I ever had money. Stop losses, probably current candle stops, right? So right now we're only looking at 180 pips. It's nothing too crazy, you know. Be a man, you know. But if we can get if we can get like a current candle low, that's gonna be our best bet. Be a man. What mic do I have? I have a Shure mic. Shure. Yeah, SHURE. Sure. Be a man. No stop loss.
No stop.
What do you mean stop loss? What are those? What up, Pablo? Good to see you, man. Hey, Damon. What up, bro? How you guys feeling? Good to see you guys. Any trades so far today? I just took one sell position on gold at New York Open. I only took it on Top Step here. Made about $2,600 on it times 2, so $5,300 morning on Top Step. So we're trying to see if we can plug in. Oh yeah, did I tell you, John?
Nah, bro. You took that
2,600.
So?
Yeah, times 2 on Top Step. Yeah, from earlier. But that was pretty much it. It was a little bit of a risky trade because you had that 15-minute support here. So as you guys know, like the situation with Top Step and all that, I'm on. This will be my 4th payout now. So right now, I basically made up in my mind that I don't care if I blow this account. I want to go for I just want to go for a bigger payout. I want to see how far I can push it a little bit and see if we can cash out something real big on the 4th payout before they try and move me over to live. So in pursuit of that big payout, I don't care if the account blows. You know what I mean? So we got 2 days in so far. So we got yesterday and today. We took that payout on a Friday or whatever it was, and now we got yesterday 1 day of green, today 2 days. I won't trade any more today. I think that's good enough. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then we could take another payout. Yeah, that's not going to be good for the buys though.
There we go.
This might actually be good for the sells. So buys, no buys for me. Actually, let me see something here, because this is the main support, and we actually did close above it. What support was I using? That 30, and we closed above on the 30. So I actually do like these buys. They're not bad at all. 15 closed above that zone to the left. 30-minute also closed above the zone here as well. So the issue now is, you see how there's no wick on this current candle? So what we want to see is, we want to see that candle flip bullish, make a top wick, come back down, and then re-break the high if it wants to do that. Other than that, this will play out as a celery play to the downside on the 15-minute candle here, you see? So we got to see the flip up first. No consistency on top step. Nope. Not on the XFA. As you guys can tell, I got really mad at top step and pretty much just went off. So yeah. So job's not done. Job's not done. We're going to try and get green up until the 24th here, and then we'll take another payout. Okay, this is actually looking good here, man. So let's see if we can come back down a little bit. And yeah, I'm going to have a buy stop here on the break of these highs on gold. Yeah, we broke the lows. We flipped up. We broke the high. 15-minute closed above. 30-minute might want to come back up now, right? Now that the candle never closed below the range. It looks like the stops are going to be sitting, sheesh, 115 pips. My goodness. My goodness. Wow. So yeah,
Better be on the MGC.
yo, gold's got us handcuffed these days. All right, boys, we better go straight into profit here. Go like, I don't know, like lower your size or trade on like a smaller chart. I don't know. I'm gonna probably pick a random stop loss here, back below the range. So I think whatever this is here, that support, it's 57 pips. That'll be my stop. Let's see if I can get this on my other account. Go long position. Can we get it? Can we get it? One. Oh, okay, cool. All right, let's go stop. Okay, cool. So I'm in. Wick fill is what I'm aiming for. Stop's going to be back around 42.09. Yeah, 42.09, somewhere around there, and that is it. That's pretty much all we have. All we have access to here. So let's see if we can get that wick to get filled, and if we can, that's our move.
Damn, walk away, bro.
Walk. Oh, okay. We can go break even here, boys and girls. Yeah, you can close some partials if you like, but yeah, that's the trade. I'm out. Yeah, if we re-break the high, I'm out. So we'll see if we can get the wick fill. Let me get that 600. Yeah, great job. W. Yeah, I think I just missed there. Yeah, it's all good. Partials taken on these other accounts, and that is that. Yeah, 42.19. That was what was it? Sheesh. 50, almost 50 pips. So that's that. Yeah, wick fill and we're gone. Sheesh. Like I said, we need to go straight into profit on that one. Yes, that was nice. I didn't get to close it on top one, but I did get it on my other account. We'll take it. We'll take it. Wow. Quick trades these days, man. Quick trades. But we'll see at the 30 now. If the 30 can close above, you should have more longs coming into play here. These are very difficult. Yeah, they're very difficult conditions. You got to know how to get in, how to get out. It's very tough. The stops and the pips and the ranges are massive. So, yeah, man. When small, okay, cool. Took a little BE. Yeah, break even or partials work well there. $30 pips in 35 seconds. Yes, sir. All right, cool. Yeah, so we'll take that. That was, I don't even know how many pips we got. I think it was like 50 pips, dude.
No, ranges
It's
are
crazy. Yeah, I actually don't mind, like, maybe even, like, the re-entry. If you got, like, break even. The issue is the stops. Stops are crazy.
Yeah.
Got slipped by 20 pips. Damn, on forex? Sheesh. Waiting on the 30.
200 pips.
Not a bad idea.
That's crazy.
Yo, that's wild. Imagine getting slipped 20 pips. Why did I enter this trade? Basically, we had a 4-hour candle that tapped target, so we were looking to get the rejection out of the 4-hour. We also had a 1-hour candle that closed above the range here, right? 1-hour candle closing above the range. 30-minute candle closed right above support. You see that support to the left-hand side. We've got no top wick on there. The 15-minute also closed above the range as well here. So we had a little 15-minute fake out. We had a 30-minute candle that closed above. 1-hour candle closed above. 4-hour in a rejection area, and that was it. Yeah, that was that. Pretty simple. We just pushed straight in. Yeah, we went straight in for the wick fill. But we'll see if gold could keep moving. And there might be another opportunity to enter here on the 30-minute candle. So if you haven't entered yet, then you know, maybe the 30 closure.
Wow.
Yeah, I might close my live account here. So I'm up like 13, 14, 1500. Yeah, I'm gonna close here at 1500 on my 1600, 1700. Yeah, 1600. So we'll take 1600 on the live account and break even on this account and a little bit of profit on that other one. So yeah, W, good trade. Gucci, baby, Gucci. Another live stream here at Time to Eat Trading. Oh man, yeah, my other partials got missed. I didn't want to hold. See, these fluctuations are very tough to hold for like your prop accounts. So that's why we want to go. Where was that closure? Like right here. Yeah. Am I looking for longs? Yeah, I'm already in them. Already in and out, pretty much. Nice trade though, perfect. The one green candle we needed, and it was the time that it came. So that's the most important part about like volume times and understanding when the volume's coming in, what the higher time frames are doing. See how when someone asked me what was the reason for the trade, notice how I didn't say, well, 15-minute onion, right? Because that's not all that is into that, right? It all starts from the 4-hour in this case. Really the daily, right? Daily wick rejection. 4-hour coming into major supports. 1-hour closing above with almost no bottom wick. 30-minute closing above with no, like, just a rejection and a closure above. And then that 15-minute, right, closing back above the range. Plus the idea that we need a pullback, right? Look at the 1-hour. So we need some sort of a pullback here. So all of that goes into a counter trend trade. It's not just like, you know, 15 looks good, so we took the buy, right? The whole story comes together. So even when it seems like we're not paying attention and like we're talking about other things, like does money make you happy, or is life even real, or how are ADHD kids running the world, right? Like even though it doesn't seem like we're paying attention, we are, you know, we're waiting. We do this, right? This is what we do for a living, right? So we understand where the market is, we understand what we're waiting for, and then we just wait until things start to play out in, you know, in the direction that we want to. So that's a perfect example for this trade. You know, we waited. We didn't jump the gun. We wanted to see the 1 hour come down. We let that happen. We let the closure. We waited for the volume. We got the setup. We executed. We managed well. Like, you know, it all should flow, right? Very simple like that. Stops were crazy. We risked 180 pips, but you know, we're grown men here. We're grown men, so we do what we got to. Did anyone see my management though, right? I decided to keep the stops about 79 pips, which is going to be, actually I think this entry was like right here, right? So like it was more like 60 pips right there, right at the low. We couldn't use it, you know what I mean? It was 120 pips, so the next best option, if you believe in that trade, is, you know, find somewhere, tuck it below the range, and let it rip, tater chip. 1900 times 2, holy. Yeah, it was a big day for me, man. Like, oh, almost $7,000 day here in the markets. Notice how my days, I'm starting to go to a new level in my trading. My days are no longer like 500 to 1,000 or 1,000 to 2,000. They're actually starting to become like 5 to 10,000. So it's pretty exciting to get to this point as a trader. It took me a long time to get here. It's very nice to be in that situation and start to see that fruit coming in. And just know you guys are all following on the same path that I'm walking on too. I'm just a little bit ahead of you on the path, maybe, right? But we're all walking that same path, and anything I can do, you can do. But those that have been with me for a while now, a couple years, you guys see the level up, right? It wasn't just straight from 500 to 5,000, right? This took years to kind of dial in and you know, come together like this. So don't rush your process. Don't compare yourself, you know, to any other traders. You just trade your game and you can get there too. Wow, what a move. What a move here. What was that? Just 230 pips. 230 pips. If you're not subbed to the channel yet, man, what the heck are you doing? Rafi, tell him.
Bro, you're slacking, man.
You're slacking, G.
You know what? Like we have 900 people watching, man. You guys took a winning trade, only 200 likes.
200 likes? Dang.
Come on, man.
I thought we'd do better than that. I thought we would do better than that.
Jeez.
Remember when we used to get 500 likes? Oh my god. I missed that times.
Yeah, it doesn't cost anything. Just a click. It's free.
Just a click.
You're not running ads here. No, click. What is it? Pay per click. It's free.
That's how you pay the fee to be here. Just a little like. Nothing too crazy. If you think you're going to win your next trade, like the stream. If you think you're going to lose your next trade, don't like the stream. How about that? How about that one?
If you took this trade, like the stream.
That's messed up. Damn. Yeah, if you took this trade too, hit a little W in the chat. Give me a little Bronx like, man. A little W in the chat. What a push. What a push. If some of you guys got break even, don't even worry about it, man. Don't stress it. You know, it just all depends on your management there. So whether you held like I did on my live or went to break even on your fund like I did on my funded, I think either one is good. Either one's good. You don't want to test that drawdown here, man. I'm telling you, not today. Not today, you don't. Wow, what a move though. Let me get a screenshot of this before it looks like it was a crappy trade. Boom. Yeah, nice job. Nice job, guys. Does anyone have questions on this trade? If I can help you understand it in any way, let me know. But this was a well-planned trade from time frame to time frame. If you have questions, let me know. Ali G in the building. What up, Vince? There's the boys. What up, Arrow Sassy? Okay, I see you guys
Sassy,
now.
what's poppin', brother?
Yeah, the trade I took earlier on top step was this guy right here. So I was just looking at the closure below here. So that closure below, and it was NY open. So I decided, you know, only on my live account to take the trade because there was a support here, and I didn't want to get caught up on top step or top one like on my funded accounts. So I only took it on oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to get caught up in like top one, any of the funded accounts that I want to hold. But top step, I really don't mind that, right? So I basically looked at that closure right there, had a nice small top wick, which I needed in this case, and then took this sell right here. Yeah, I actually held all the way down into that zone. So that's why I made so much. Again, top step is an account that I'm just, I don't want to say I'm winging, but I'm going to hang on. I'm going to go heavy. I'm going to hang on a little bit. So that was pretty much it. Just like a 30 minute breakout, NY open. All right, here comes our next 15-minute candle here. So probably no new entries for me. But yeah, let's see. Maybe you get a lower wick. There could be a possibility for a trade here. Let's see. Because here's the thing. Remember, keep in mind that we are bearish, right? So what's the chances that maybe that is the move up, right, to close back below now, right, for this next 4-hour candle to close below the range too, or this current one, right, and then the continued move down. So you gotta be careful here. Is it safe to assume that it'll be bullish at this point? I don't think so. I don't think so. What would be nice is if we could start to range, right? So if we can close, like, let me get rid of everything here. If we can close at like around support, right, and then get this little range going, that'll be good. But other than that, you might move bearish, right, from with this downtrend here. Maybe that was the liquidity, right here, and then now we begin to move down. Edic. What stop loss pips you usually risk? I don't have an average. Basically in my trades, if I'm going to take a buy, most of the time I'm either going to use one of two stops. So let's say the yellow candle is my candle that I'm trading. My stops are either going to go below that candle or below the previous one. So those are different all the time. Sometimes these are 10 pips, sometimes they're 20 pips, sometimes they're 30 pips. So whatever it is, and you know, I just kind of, I don't have like a, you know, I only have 20 pip stops or only 10 pip. I just play the market in front of me on every trade. Like today, you see how I customized the stop loss there? So I just customed, right? I just say, hey, you know what? We can't use that one. It's too steep. We're going to have to pick something else, you know? So I just picked that support level, and yeah. Look at this. Look at the melter, baby. Sheesh. Glad I closed that live trade. What up, Chatty?
For our closing 12 minutes, yeah?
Yeah, yep.
That'll be good.
See, trading a lot of time is about precision as well and timing. So you see how that was pretty much our only shot right there at 9:30 to go up like that, and we took advantage of it. So it's you have to be very precise, you know, with what you're doing and you know, your view on the market and when you have that view. Like if it was at 9:30 there, we wouldn't have taken that. You know, we probably would have waited for this little pullback and waited for the next bearish opportunity. So you just got to know, you know, and again, chart time, and I've been doing this now for 6 years every single day, right? So I understand it, but you'll get it as you put in that chart time, that repetition, and start seeing the same things. But come on, Goldie, just melt. That's all. If we could just melt the rest of the day, I don't even care. Pip and Dip headed out for the day. Gotta get furniture and appliances. W. All right, Project Toro. We'll see you later, brother. We'll see you later. Bro. The Terminator gets a $1,100 payout. Congratulations, brother. Congrats. Just took the first payout. How long does it usually take? Who was it with? Top Step? Yeah, probably take mine usually take like 4 days. Made 1,000 on top one. Beautiful. I took it based off the 15. Yeah, it was okay that it didn't have a top wick. Yep. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, look where we came straight into, right? Straight into 39.40 there as well. So that's what we wanted. We were taking partials there regardless, right? Even if it took a long time to move. So 914 bucks. Nice job, brother. Nice job. Luna getting it done, buying the bottom. Holy smokes. Nice, dude. Very nice. 1400. What we got here? Couple new payouts. Yeah, little payouts submitted. Beautiful. Clubhouse eating, baby. Clubhouse eating. Love you, Nick 2.0. Hey, love you too. Love you too. Can you do the correlation again for this trade? Yeah, no problem. So the whole trade, right? So let's just remove all the drawings here. So again, we had in mind, like, obviously there's a major bullish trend happening on gold right now. So as this daily candle really comes into that wick rejection, you know, yeah, we could break the lows, but we're also thinking about a little bit of a pullback, especially with the 4 hour coming to a close, right, in like 30 minutes. So we jump down to the 4 hour, and we see here that, you know, this candle closed above resistance. So let me just kind of push this out a little bit. So this guy here, right, this candle here closed above support, right, kind of wicked out of it and closed above. So we're expecting a little bit of a pullback now that this candle like opened up, started moving down, right? We would expect that candle to kind of reject support and then start to move back up. So that was a little bit on the 4 hour, just targets being tapped. The 1 hour we were looking at, we were paying very close attention to this level right here. Right here, it was 42.12. So we see here now that this 1 hour candle, we've been moving down, right, on the 1 hour time frame for look how long, right? And then we finally come into that major area of support, and that 1 hour candle closes above the range, right? This guy right here. So now we're anticipating that the 1 hour, just like this 1 hour here, closed above the range, and just like this 1 hour here closed above the range, the following candle moved up. The following candle moved up, right? So the following candle could have the potential to move up, right? So that also goes into the trade idea. And then we go to the 30-minute time frame. So now we see we just got to lower it a smidge, right, to make sure we're at the 30-minute support. And we notice that that 30-minute closed right above, right above support here. We've been moving down again for quite some time, looking for that pullback. We get this candle to kind of move down a little bit and then break its own high, right? And as it's breaking its own high, it's this candle here, right? It made a lower wick, broke the lows, couldn't last, came back up, broke its own high, and then that's where we had the opportunity for the wick fill, and then, you know, the move up to resistance. So beautiful fake out, right? Closure back above. We had a nice lower wick that grabbed the pack here, right? And then that was our opportunity to go up. And what we were really anticipating was this 4 hour candle to potentially move up here too. You know, like reject support, keep moving up, but it decided to move down, and that's fine too. We got like, I think like 200 pips out of that move. Yeah, crazy. 250. Sheesh. Let's see. Any idea when the markets will get back to normal? I think this is normal, you know, this is the new normal. So you just got to adapt. All right, you just got to adapt.
That's what I said. This is the new normal.
Yeah. It is what it is, you know. It's really the trader that needs to learn how to trade in different conditions of the market, you know. So again, trading for 6 years, I've traded in the all-time highs many times now, and you know, I've traded these pullbacks as well. So you know, it's just about getting better at trading. You know, that's really all it is. Gotta head out. All right, Jimmy Crypto, have a great day, brother. Today's drop in gold, the biggest in 2025. Thank God, man. Thank God. We really needed this. We need a massive drop here. They're most likely gonna flow this into Bitcoin. Like, I'm not sure. I'm not too caught up with everything that's going on, but there's a lot of things happening. There's a major reset coming in with the financial system. They're driving the price of gold up. They're driving the price of crypto down. I'm sure some of you guys are much more educated than I am. I have a few friends that are very educated on this stuff, and there's a lot going down right now. Like this kind of market?
Right.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. It's just the stops be too big sometimes.
Right before the New Year's, it's like around this time. Everything is happening right now, so you got to make sure you stay out of trouble,
Yeah. Yep. You gotta
smart.
stay. Now more than ever, you really need to abide by your plan, your trading plan. Clubhouse is a pip buffet. I never heard that one. It's a pip buffet out here. That's crazy. Yeah, Wayne, I'll let you know when like the serious bags are going back in. I think we still got some more downside though. Was it a good trade to take the sells once it broke the lows? Yeah, that wasn't bad. You had that like 15 celery play, kind of you're bearish and all that. So yeah, it wasn't bad play either. Yep, exactly. Yep. Yeah, you guys are on it. Oh, the shutdown's about to end. Oh, yeah, coincidentally, eh? You gotta love these guys, man. Baron, did you press sell? Baron hit sell last night, man.
Right.
Am I against sells today? No, I was just against sells like right here. You know what I mean? Because we've already moved down so much. So in order, like the better sells in my opinion would have been if we could have remained bullish up here, right? And then kind of closed below the range. And then, let me make it so it's understandable, right? So if we would have kind of popped up here, this is where I would have been more eager to take sells. So now like that 4-hour candle would close, right? And that 4-hour candle would close something like this. So where you have a wick to fill all the way down here. Forget about that red candle for now. Let's pretend that that's not there. Let's say you had that, right? And now the 4-hour candle closes, so we're going to need a top wick, right? And then move down. So this is where I would have been open for sells, right? You have candle push up, right? Make a top wick on the 4-hour, break those highs, come back down, close bearish, and now look, now we got all this clean range to move back down and to fill that 4-hour wick, which is here. So you get the top wick, right, on this candle, and then start taking sells here. So that would have been a much better opportunity than trying to, take the sells at the bottom here. Just landed. Ew. Oh, just tuned in. What are we looking for now? Man, brother, we're up like over 7,000 today. So I don't think we're looking for much anymore. It's been one hell of a day here. What time is it? 10? Hey, how many of you guys like those audios I played yesterday after the live stream? Some of you guys bounced. You didn't get to hear them. Pretty good, right? Pretty good? I remember when gold was given 20, 30 pip stops. I know. Good days. Those days will be back. This is where a few make a lot of money and a lot blow a lot of counts. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, these are rough conditions. So once we get out of these conditions, you guys are going to be savage mode. You're already savage mode, damn. Yeah. Oh my god, my headset's like hurting my head. If we have a 9 to 5, we're unable to trade during the high volume times like New York session. What do you think we should do? Asian session has a lot of good volume too, so I would probably look into that. Or London session or pre-New York, So if you can trade either Asian and maybe pre-New York before you go to work at 9, that'd probably be the best. I don't know where you live, by the way. If you're in the US and you're talking about Eastern time zone, then yeah, Asian session's pretty good, and I mean we make a lot of money in Asian, a lot of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, Asian's like one of the best sessions. So yeah, I would say Asian or pre-New York, or if you're a crazy person, then maybe London.
Yeah, bro. I would definitely try to make time for London. If I was working a 9 to 5 there in New York, I would definitely make a way for London.
Yep. Was listening to it nonstop on the way home. Let's go, Andrew. Let's go. Yeah, Asian's so good. Me and John were talking about this the other day. We slept on the Asian session our whole life.
Yep.
Like we always thought,
life,
no point in trading that session. We'll just trade New York. Man, we were missing pips, bro.
Yeah, bro, we were.
Were we not?
We definitely were. Hell yeah. And that's just because we like didn't give it that, care.
Yeah.
Like we legit like would look at it for like a 30-minute candle and basically just make the session that, But when you actually trade the session, there's a lot of opportunities and it's really good.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get better, bro. Like November and December gets heated too.
Yep. That too, bro. Going through Q3, Q4, more volume will come in.
Yeah.
Well, everything consolidates and the volume is in there for gold in Asia, bro. You'll see
Right.
moves.
Yeah. We've had some monster moves in Asian session.
Yeah, we really have. We've had some really standout sessions. Like one thing I like about Asian too is like the markets are a little bit calmer and we can really talk amongst each other a little bit better with the community, and the communication and the connection with the community is fire during Asian.
Yeah, man. Some of my cleanest trades are from Asian session this year.
Yep. Back in the clubhouse. Oh, let's go. Tech made clear. Hey, hope your Achilles is good, man. Damn, that's a rough injury. Praying for a speedy recovery, brother. No L's has become my anthem. All the other tracks have been my workout playlist. Yeah. We got a good soundtrack over here at TT, man. It's good too. You could actually keep it on while your kids are in the room. Some of these other streams you go to, you're like, whoa. I don't even know if I want my kids seeing that right now. So
Yeah.
we try and keep it pure. Here. Do you think Top Step will give back profits from yesterday if I email them screenshots? I think Top Step's being a little hard ass on everything from yesterday, so I don't think many people are having luck with Top Step. Top One's giving the money back though. So that's why we partnered with Top One, and we love these guys cuz they do right, for the most part.
Thanks, bro.
So Top Step's giving the money, or
coming in clutch.
yeah, Top One not giving money back, Top Step giving, or I'm sorry, Top One giving money back, Top Step holding it. So yeah, I lost a little bit yesterday with Top Step too. This day right here should have been like $1,300. Instead, it's only $984. So it's whatever. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? That should just motivate us, motivate you to get your money up, get your live account going, and you don't have to deal with any of that 5-second rule, 10-second rule, Project X, Project Z, Project Y, have to pay out, consistency rule, blah 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 blah. Right? You don't have to deal with any of that stuff when you got your live account. During the Asian session, there's no volume. Does the playbook still work out? Well, we know when the volume is. Yeah, we know when the volume comes in. So we pretty much take the trades at the same time every Asian session, just because we got the volume dialed in for Asian now. And again, the more time you spend on anything, the better you'll get, right? So we've done this now all year long. Yeah, so we found the right times.
That's the only way we got better at trading the session, was by trading the session.
Literally. So we understand when the volume's coming in. We understand obviously higher time frame, lower time frame correlation, all that, and that makes things a lot easier to be profitable. Yeah, we trade all the sessions within the clubhouse. So if you guys aren't in the clubhouse and you've been hearing about the clubhouse over and over, what a great time to be involved. What a great time to be involved, man. A lot of people making a lot of money. life-changing conversations going on in there. Beautiful trades being called, beautiful explanations of these trades, and traders are moving on. They're starting to get the job done here.
Yeah, you want to join soon because, next year conditions changes, prices go up, inflation goes up, you know how it goes. So you want to be smart and, do your thing now. Don't wait too long.
I'm gonna come up here like last year's price ain't this year's price. Fat Joey goes, yesterday's price ain't today's price. So I mean, you got traders in the clubhouse legit like 5K months. Those are easy. The newest guys are making 5K a month. Like, this isn't even to be like, yo, look, everyone's making so much money, but like, gang, the newest guys. One of my boys from back home he didn't know what a pip was, gang, 2.5 months ago. Yesterday he requested $5,000 in payouts. Right? That's probably more than, or if not right around, what he's gonna take home at his job this month. Right? So now is the time, man. Like, we're hot, we're on a heater. We're all the streamers are just in flow state, and we got some big plans for next year. Me, Rafi, John, Magnus, we're all getting together. We're gonna talk about the vision. We're gonna cast a vision for next year before New Year's and stuff, and we're gonna really set this thing up to make it better than it's ever been. So I know that's hard to like believe, like, how can it be better? But we will work our tails off to come up with ideas and to make this better for the newest trader that gets involved here in the clubhouse. So we just recently added the replays of the streams, so you guys can now go back and watch like the Asian and the London and the pre-New York sessions now, and we got so much more coming to it. So much more education, so much more value. Like, it's just getting started. Yeah, pick up some pips, man. I like that.
Pick up some pips.
I like that. I like this. This is cool. Yeah, I'll be at the pip spot for the buffet.
Yeah, man.
That'll be good, man. So,
And
2026, you're not part of it right now. Don't say we never told you anything.
Don't say we didn't tell you. Because we're going to the top.
all I gotta,
And we'll either see you at the top or from the top. But we want you up there with us. So join the revolution and let's get free.
Yep.
If you like being crowded, you can stay down there. If you want more room, more air, you gotta go up.
Yep. You gotta go up, man.
Yeah, YouTube. I've been in the clubhouse every single day this year, and I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's changed my trading and my life for the better, 100%. The positive environment in there is insane. You got people getting payouts, taking great trades. It's so worth it. You got to get in there. And I tested it out for y'all. I'm telling y'all, it's worth it. Got to get in there ASAP.
Here's a little test. Here's a little clubhouse test. So this has been the clubhouse, Q, this month or last 2 weeks or so, maybe 3 weeks? Yeah, so it's W's in the chat, my friends. This month, beautiful. Job well done, brother. 1, 2, yeah, this is beautiful. And look, those losses should be in there. This how I know Q is literally trading the playbook to the T, is these losses. They should be there. That's the thing most traders don't realize. They should be there, but look at all these W's, right? Look at all the W's. It's like a W sandwich right there, right? It's just W's on the top, on the bottom, couple L's in the middle, met with some other W's. It's just perfect. This is the way, the playbook performs. So I can very easily tell who's trading the playbook based off of their wins and losses. It's like a sandwich, man. And by the way, if this is your first day here and you hear us talking all this hype about the clubhouse, don't join yet. Don't join. Stick around for a week or two. Make sure we're not lying to you, right? Make sure we're not, making it sound better than it is, and give yourself a week or two to observe who we are, how we trade, what we say, how we think, and then, right, if things make sense after a week or two, then get involved in the clubhouse. But just don't be upset that you're going to miss thousands and thousands of dollars of profits in the week or two. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm serious. Like, don't join right away. Make sure we're good. Make sure we're, up to your standard. But just keep in mind, we will make thousands of dollars. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are funny, man. The link for Discord is not working. Just hit !! Discord and it'll pop up.
Don't listen to the guy I've been in the clubhouse every day this year and said it impacted his life for the better. Yeah.
Yep, there you go. Just wait 2 weeks.
Just don't listen. Yep.
Let's see. Chatty getting it done 2-3 weeks ago. Oh wow, okay. Has it been that long? Damn, dude. I literally thought you were like, hey, I'm in the clubhouse like 3 days ago. Time flies, man. Tripled my capital. That's amazing. That's amazing. Please share Playbook 3.0. I think we said that we'll let the clubhouse decide, right? Yeah. I'll put a little vote in the clubhouse, and I'll ask the clubhouse, should we share the Playbook 3.0 on YouTube or not? I'll do it today. Got y'all. Give it to them for Christmas. Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea because we are going to take a little break from streaming. So this is October, November, December. So basically, we're going to take a little break from probably, I think we can hang out for like 22, 23, 24. And then that'll be Christmas Eve, or maybe 22, 23. And then we'll take this whole week off right here. All right, this whole week, nobody will really be trading. The markets will be very, very slow. You got Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day here. And then this is basically all holiday, right? Then you got New Year's Eve and whatnot. And then January. Yeah, so I think we'll probably take a break from the 23rd. Yeah, 23rd into the 5th. Yeah, so that full week. So maybe we'll drop the Playbook 3.0 on YouTube and maybe a couple other videos during that week, so that way we can all stay in the game. And yeah, I'll probably pop up 1 or 2 days just for a little bit too, just to say hello. Clubhouse, we could probably run some stuff almost every day for just like an hour maybe. But yeah. Christmas present it is.
Can't believe we're about to be in November and end of the year cooking. Sheesh.
I can't believe we're coming up to our famous break again. This is the only break we take, gang, all year long. This is the only break we ever take, is going to be that, that last week and that first week of the, last week of this year and first week of next year. That's it. Other than that, we keep the foot on the gas all year long and show up and look for good trades.
Yeah, bro.
Just got in the clubhouse. Very nice. Energy is good. It's a vibe. Yes. Welcome, Mick Duck Mode. I like it. I like the name.
That's probably my favorite thing about the clubhouse, the vibe, the energy, just all throughout the Zoom, the chats and all that. The energy is top notch, man.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe we'll do a little giveaway tomorrow as well. Maybe we'll do a little giveaway. Give it to YouTube for 48 hours and take it all. Yo, that's messed up. That's messed up. Damn. All right, YouTube. Christmas present. Playbook 3.0 drops. It's done. It's done. Shout out to Dominic. Dominic has a lot to say because he actually holds the #1 spot in the clubhouse right now for the longest member. Longest lasting member. So whatever that man says, we got to do it.
We listen, bro. Shout out Dominic.
Great. Discord is working now. Perfect. Junior, welcome in. Yeah, if you guys aren't in our Discord, come join. I think there's like 10,000 traders in the Discord. So yeah, come on in at Discord. It's completely free, and once you're ready, step into the clubhouse. 15-minute giving buys. Nah. Looks. We'll see. You gotta be careful here. Most likely, if you get a strong closure, the 15's not bad. We do expect. Let me see that 4-hour top wick real quick. Nah. Honestly, I wouldn't take the buys. I wouldn't take the buys here.
So bearish, bro.
You need a closure above now. Like I don't know. You're too bearish. 4 hours way too bearish.
Look at every time we had a bullish candle.
Yeah.
It just went right back down.
Yeah. Did we take anything? Yeah, so sells on the 30-minute here. 2 trades today. Sells here, right? So this candle, confirmation candle. This was the trading candle. Closed up full right there at 8 a.m. And then the second position was right here, which was a buy position. So waited for this candle here to close, right? Next candle came down, broke the lows, and then once it re-broke the high here, we got into a buy, closed partials at the wick fill, and then closed full up here. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be a little easy taking this buy here, to be honest. It could play out, but that 4 hour is too bearish for me. So what you could see here too is a break of the high and then a closure like that, and then, you know, continue to melt. So I don't like these buys here at all.
Yeah, I was gonna look for a range too. Wait for the resistance first because we're so bearish.
How big are the wins in the clubhouse? Massive. No, I don't know. Everything's different. Every day it's different. Some days we get 20 pips, some days 30, some days 40, some days 50, some days 60, some days 70. So it's always different. But they're pretty big, I'll tell you that. Pretty big. The payouts are pretty big. I know that. A lot of payouts here in the clubhouse, man. Proud of all you guys. Just freaking dominating. Look at this. $50,000 month. So one of our amazing studly members of the clubhouse put together a $50,000 month. That's the closest I've seen anyone come to me this year. 1 month I had was 68,000. So it's the closest anyone has come.
Wow.
So congratulations, JDZ. You're right behind me, brother. Right behind me.
JDZ, man. Beautiful, bro.
Coming in. Yeah, so
big W.
by the way, JDZ is you know, just a normal guy like me, just a normal guy like you, you know. I don't remember that. Actually, I remember not that long ago he was messaging me for some help, you know what I mean? And here he is making $50,000 in a month, cashing out pretty heavy. So there's a lot of money being made in the clubhouse. AB Mike taking another 1,300 times 3, so that's, you know, over 4 grand, 2,200. So the payouts just seem to come in every day now. $5,000, like $3,800. I mean, we're on a roll here, right? $6,700 from Louis G. Just incredible. You have no idea how much I love to see these guys winning. $1,000 payout. And you know how like all these like streamers, they show you this, but then you look at the date and like it was like November 1st. And it's like, damn, you had 5 payouts, but that was in the last 2 months. Guys, this is October 16th, right? It's October 21st. I've just showed you like over $100,000 in payouts in the last week in the clubhouse. You feel me? So there's no cap over here. There's no cap over here. 14 hundo, right? The proof is in the pudding. Look at this. No, that's me. Whatever. My stuff is whatever, right? Yeah, look at this. Just perfect, man. Just crushing it. $1,000 times 2. Beautiful. $6,100. Beautiful. Unstoppable. Yeah, you start feeling unstoppable when you get it right like this. So I don't really think I have to say, yo, come join the clubhouse. You know, we're making moves in here, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? Look at this. 4,000, 4,000, 4,000, 2,000. So I love seeing these guys winning. Oh, Rich showing off here, just posting one right now. And another one. 2250. He's seen I had the room open. What a show off. What a show off. So yeah, we're crushing, man. We're in flow state. There's no doubt about it. And if you hit your wagon on ours, I can't guarantee you anything, but chances are very high that you will start to succeed at a level that you didn't even think was, you know, possible. Yes, sir, Chatty. Do we share the trades in the clubhouse? Yes, we do. Write the numbers or screw. Basically, exactly what we do here on the YouTube is what we do in the clubhouse. We don't really change anything up.
Actually, there's more teaching. There's more going in detail with things. It's just it's this in stories. It's steroids, if you would say. Like people just ask real questions, and then we go into conversations and breakdowns and just more explanations, kind of like a one-on-one in a group setup in a way.
Yeah, basically the same thing we do here on YouTube is what we do in the clubhouse. You know, the same way we go about our trading and whatnot. So yeah. One thing you'll never get from me though is buy stop at 44.26. TP 44.56 and SL at 44.40. You never catch that from us. So that's one thing you'll never see in the clubhouse is a signal or anything like that. When I'm off the stream, I still take trades when they come. And a lot of times I want to jump into the clubhouse. I spy on these guys a little bit, you know. I jump in and I see, are they seeing what I'm seeing? Are they thinking what I'm thinking, right? And sometimes I don't even say anything because I want traders to become self-sufficient. I want them to understand how to do what I'm doing here without me, right? And a lot of times what happens is once these traders start making so much money, they may not need the clubhouse anymore, but they want the clubhouse, right? They just want to be in it at that point. So it's a really good environment, but once you start dialing in, you can start getting results just like this. I mean, obviously I was a little mad at Top Step, like I said earlier, so I went off on them, but you know, very similar results. Does the clubhouse price lock in when you join? Yeah, so like let's say you join before the price gets increased, as long as you have that membership, it'll stay active and yeah, your membership will never go up. Right, Dominic? Dominic. Shout out to all my 111 guys and girls. You know, when we first launched the clubhouse, we put it for 111. We discounted it. And I think there's still a handful of people paying 111. So, congratulations. That's like what you pay in commissions nowadays, right? On your trades. You guys are doing awesome. Started following you guys a few weeks ago, learning lots. Doubled my small trading account. Beautiful, amazing. Yes, Arrow Sassy. Yes, sir. You're welcome, my friend. How many members are there? A good amount. A good amount. Couple hundreds. Yep, hundreds now. You know, we were saying the other day in Asian, man, we remember when there was 70 people, right? Last night in Asian, there was what, 460 people on in the clubhouse. You know, all trading with us and you know going live with us and whatnot. So. Yeah, it's continuing to grow, continuing to expand, and you know the results are there. So, all right. What time is it? 10:30. Anyone else got any big major questions? Anything you guys want to go over? If not, we wrap this thing up. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Magnus had like 400 plus in London too. Yeah, it was almost 500 here the other day when we weren't on YouTube. Price increase probably going to be in November. Yeah, November. Made $800 today. Lovely, lovely. Does it matter the type of membership? No, it doesn't matter. Yes, I didn't even look at yes, to be honest, pretty much after the breakdown. What'd you guys do? Took buys? Nice, nice, nice. Okay, cool. I think we're done here, my friends. That's it. That's a wrap. Beautiful day here. We caught some pips. We made some money. We talked about a lot of good things. I hope this session here has helped you out today. Who wants to listen to an audio on the way out? Anybody? If anyone wants to, I'll put a Neville Goddard audio on, one that has completely changed my life. I think it's like 18 minutes long, and I could let it run throughout the remainder of the session here for the next like 20 minutes. So, Johnny Gems, Rafi,
yes, sir.
You guys are amazing. Great trade today, boys.
You, W day.
Yes, sir. Thanks for being here and joining and giving your input on some of these topics and conversations. I think it's really helpful, and traders are getting a lot out of it. So, appreciate y'all.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Let's have a blessed day, bro.
Let's have a great day. Who's down for some Neville?
Yes, sir.
Anyone down for some Neville? All right. we're going to play some Neville on the way out of here, and then we'll hit you guys with some tunes after the audio is done. But this is one of my favorite audios. This has honestly taken me from really, not believing or just lack of belief to creating anything I want in this world. So enjoy it. It's one of my favorite teachers of all time, my favorite mystic teachers as well. And enjoy it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Clubhouse, we'll see you.
My friend, tonight I want you to consider something
Peace, boys.
radically
Peace,
simple,
girls. Later.
yet profoundly
Later.
transformative.
Profoundly
Act as if you are a
transformative.
magnet to miracles.
Peace, y'all.
Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, in this very moment, embody the truth that miracles are not distant, miraculous only in the sense that they appear rare, but rather they are your natural birthright, flowing to you as easily as breath enters the lungs. When you grasp this, not with the intellect alone, but with the feeling in the depth of your being, your world will reshape itself to match the frequency of your assumption. You see, nothing comes into your world uninvited. Everything, every circumstance, every person, every seeming chance encounter is drawn by the arrangement of your inner world. You are not a passive observer. You are the operant power. You are not subject to fate, nor to the whims of time. You are subject only to your imagination and the beliefs you hold within it. And so, to act as if you are a magnet to miracles is not a plea for some supernatural exception. It is a command issued from the depths of your consciousness that the miraculous is ordinary in your world. Let us understand the word miracle. Most think of a miracle as an event that defies logic, defies probability, defies explanation. But I say to you, miracles are not the suspension of natural laws. They are the demonstration of higher laws. The laws of imagination, the laws of assumption, the laws of consciousness. These laws respond not to what you say with your lips, but what you accept with your inner feeling. The outer world is forever bowing to the arrangement of your inner beliefs. Change your assumptions, and the world must reflect the change. So how, you ask, do I become this magnet to miracles? How do I act as if the miraculous is mine? I tell you now, you must become internally what you seek externally. That is the beginning and the end of all manifestation. You do not wait for the outer world to confirm it, you feel it real now. You wear it like a garment. You assume the tone of the miracle fulfilled. Do not say, I want it, say, I have it. Do not beg, embody. Do not seek, assume. It is assumption that creates, not effort, not struggle, not even repetition. It is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When you walk as if what you want has already been given, you align with the deeper law. For the law is always working, whether you are aware of it or not. You do not need to convince it to work in your favor. You only need to believe the right thing. If you assume lack, you will magnetize more lack. If you assume abundance, abundance will rush to meet you. The magnet is your assumption. The metal it draws is your experience. It is that simple. Now let me tell you something most people never consider. Miracles are not rare because they are difficult. They are rare because so few ever assume they are worthy of them. They look at their past and they build their future from it. But the past is dead. It has no life unless you give it your breath. The only thing alive is what you now claim to be true. Claim now that you are a magnet to miracles, and watch how quickly the world reorganizes itself around this claim. Let me ask you, have you ever noticed that when you feel deeply grateful for something, even before it happens, that it somehow rushes into your life? That is no accident. Gratitude is the highest form of assumption. It says, it is already mine, and that inner certainty, that quiet knowing, moves mountains. Gratitude is not a polite reaction, it is a creative force. When you give thanks for the unseen, you call it into the seen. When you walk with the joy of one who already possesses the miracle, you become a magnet to it. And so I urge you, begin now to live from the end. Live as though your prayer is answered. Do not look to the outside world to confirm it. Look within. Ask, how would I feel if the miracle were mine? And then feel that. Feel that until it becomes natural. Feel it until it is so familiar that you forget it wasn't always true. That is the secret, your inner world becomes so saturated with the new state that you no longer need to reach for it. You simply rest in it. Many believe they must fix something first. They say, but I need to heal this before I can have that. I must become worthy. I must resolve the past. I say to you, none of that is required. The moment you assume a new state, all things necessary for its fulfillment begin to arrange themselves. Your only job is to stay faithful to the state, not to fix yourself, not to prove yourself, just to assume the truth of the new reality. This is not about pretending, this is about creating. Pretending is shallow, it knows it is not real, but assumption is deep, it feels it real. The mind may argue, but the feeling is the language of the deeper self. The subconscious does not respond to logic, it responds to feeling. It accepts what you feel to be true, regardless of facts, regardless of appearances, regardless of what your senses say. So you must feel now what you once postponed to the future. What you call the future is nothing more than a delayed reflection of your present state. All time is now. There is only one moment. And it is now. In this eternal now, you are either magnetizing miracles or repelling them, not by effort, but by state. So change your state. Assume the feeling of the miracle fulfilled, and stay there. Live there. Move through the world as one who already possesses the treasure. If you want love, be the one who is already loved. If you want success, be the one who has already succeeded. If you want healing, walk in the vibration of wholeness. The world cannot help but conform to the self-concept you inhabit. It is law. Do not ask if it is working. Do not dig up the seed. Do not worry how. The how is not your concern. Your concern is the what, the state, the assumption. Leave the bridge of incidents to the wisdom of the higher self. It knows the way. It needs no help from the ego. I once knew a woman who had suffered for years, always asking, praying, pleading. One day, she changed nothing in her outer world, but she changed her self-concept. She said, I am no longer the one who hopes for miracles, I am the one miracles serve. And from that moment, the world responded. Opportunities, resources, love, everything began to show up, because she had changed her magnetic field. The world did not change first. She did. And because she did, the world had to follow. You are always assuming something. You are always embodying a state. Most do it unconsciously. They assume failure. They assume disappointment. They assume delay. And so they become magnets to those things. But you can choose. You can consciously assume the miraculous. You can enter the feeling of the thing desired and remain there. That is the creative act. That is the secret all the mystics knew, and all the prophets spoke of in parables. That the kingdom is within. That what you seek is already yours. If you would only believe. Stop waiting for permission. Stop asking if you are allowed to be blessed. You are the source. You are the cause. You are the operant power. The only thing that separates you from the miraculous is your belief that it is separate. But it is not separate. It is here. It is now. It is waiting only for your assumption. I say to you, do not struggle anymore. Do not strive. Rest in the knowing that your inner state is the true magnet. Act as if you are a magnet to miracles, not in arrogance, but in divine confidence. Walk into every room as though heaven itself walks with you. Speak as though your word cannot return void. Think as though every thought is a prayer. Feel as though your feeling is a prophecy. Because it is. You are the living expression of the God who imagined you. There is no power outside of you that overrides your belief. Nothing is denied to you, except that which you deny yourself through disbelief. Believe now. Assume now. Rehearse the joy. Rehearse the gratitude. Rehearse the ecstasy of answered prayer, until it is so real within you, that the outer world cannot help but bow to your inner conviction. This is not theory. This is not a hopeful philosophy. This is law. It works always. It does not discriminate. It does not choose favorites. It reflects your state with mathematical precision. So become the state. Become the miracle. Not one day but now. I leave you with this truth. Your imagination is not a passive fantasy. It is the divine creative force. Use it. Do not let it run wild in worry and fear. Discipline it. Direct it. Occupy the state, that aligns with your desire, and do not waver. Act as if the miracle is yours, and it must become yours. You are not waiting on God. God is waiting on your assumption. Believe now, and you shall see the glory of the Lord in your life. You are the magnet. You are the miracle. You are the source, and you are infinitely worthy. So assume your power, and watch the miraculous flow to you, through you, and as you. When you rise in the morning, do not ask what will happen today, decide what must happen. Declare within yourself, today, I magnetize all that is good, all that is joyful, all that is aligned with my highest self. Let your first thought not be of reaction, but of creation. The day does not act upon you, you act upon the day. From the moment your eyes open, you set the tone, the frequency, the magnetic field of your reality. You are not a product of chance. You are a product of assumption, sustained and intensified through feeling. If you want the miraculous, you must first cease worshipping the mundane. You must detach from appearances, because appearances are only past assumptions congealed into form. They are echoes, not prophecies. Do not let your senses fool you into believing that what you see now is all there is. No, what you see now is just the residue of what you once believed. The moment you shift your assumption, a new world begins forming invisibly. And though the eyes may not see it yet, the soul knows it is done. It is finished. The harvest must follow the seed, and you are planting seeds every moment you feel. This is why I urge you to be vigilant with your imagination, for it is always at work. Whether idle or focused, it is forming your future. The question is, are you imagining deliberately or by default? Are you accepting the role of victim or creator? Are you begging life or directing it? To be a magnet to miracles is not about doing more, but imagining better. Not about fighting circumstances, but ignoring them in favor of higher vision. What you ignore dies. What you attend to lives. Withdraw your attention from the unwanted and give it fully to the ideal. Let your inner eye feast on what is beautiful, true, noble, and already yours in imagination. The moment you accept a new identity in consciousness, you will find the world rearranging itself to support that version of you. People you've never met will feel compelled to assist you. Doors you didn't knock on will swing open. Coincidences will conspire in your favor. Why? Because consciousness is the only reality. Your world is a mirror. It reflects not what you want, but what you are. And when you are the embodiment of the miraculous, miracles become your default setting. There is no limit to what you can receive once you align with the feeling of already having it. Imagination is not limited by logic. It does not care for the possible or the probable. It moves in the realm of certainty. And you, when you live in imagination, live as God. You are not using the law. You are the law. You are not hoping for the miracle. You are generating it through the power of feeling. So go into the silence often. Withdraw from the world of facts and sink deep into the world of vision. In that silence, claim the miracle. Feel its presence. Embrace it emotionally until it is more real to you than anything your eyes can see. Some will ask, but what if I don't feel it real? What if it feels like I'm pretending? To them I say, persist, for even the shallowest repetition, when saturated with emotion, will one day break through. Do not be discouraged by a lack of immediate evidence. The seed does not sprout the moment it touches soil, but it is working, it is growing, it is growing in silence. And so too, your assumption is taking root. Persist in the feeling. Return to it again and again. Rehearse the scene of the wish fulfilled. Refuse to dwell on the undesired. Give all of your inner attention to the reality you choose, and none to the one you reject. You do not need to convince anyone else. Your imagination is sovereign. It needs no outside validation. Do not explain your vision to those who cannot see it. Do not seek consensus. That which is born of spirit requires no permission. The inner state alone is the cause. And once you assume it and remain loyal to it, all else will follow. Let your speech be filled with the tone of completion. Let your words be pregnant with the certainty of fulfillment. Say not, one day I'll have it, but I am it now. Speak not of becoming, but of being. For in being, all things are done. Time collapses. Circumstance bends. The world reshapes itself to match the mold of your assumption. And when doubt arises, and it will, do not resist it. Simply return to your chosen state. Say to yourself, this too shall pass, for it has no power unless I grant it. Remember, the world is not happening to you. It is happening through you. All doubt is simply the invitation to reaffirm your faith, to choose again, to believe again, to feel again. Do not fight the appearance of contradiction. Transcend it through inner knowing. Every miracle that has ever occurred in your life, every unexpected blessing, every moment of grace, it did not come from outside of you. It came from a change within you, even if you were unaware of it at the time. Perhaps you relaxed your resistance, even briefly. Perhaps you felt hope again, or joy or gratitude. And in that moment, the magnetic field changed. You became a match to the very thing you thought you were chasing. That is why the path to miracles is effortless. Not because it requires no action, but because it requires no struggle. The action that flows from a state of fulfilled desire is smooth, inspired, guided. You will know what to do, where to go, what to say. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. But it will not be through force. It will be through alignment. So stop asking how it will come. Stop watching the clock. Stop measuring progress with the eyes of the flesh. Measure only by the fullness of your inner conviction. Ask not, what do I do, but who am I being? For your beingness is the cause, and everything else is effect. When you are being the miracle, miracles must find you. They are drawn to you, not by effort, but by resonance. The world may call it coincidence. The world may call it luck. But you will know the truth. You will know that what appears sudden was long prepared in imagination. What appears spontaneous was long held in feeling. The invisible precedes the visible. The seed precedes the bloom. The inner knowing precedes the outer event. You do not need to earn this power. You already have it. You only need to remember. The world will tell you to be realistic. I say be miraculous. The world will tell you to wait your turn. I say claim it now. The world will say you must struggle and strive and sacrifice. I say simply assume and feel. And in that feeling, in that sacred inner movement, the whole universe is reshaped. Do not think small. Do not limit the dream. Imagination has no ceiling. It is bound only by your belief. And belief is a choice. You can choose now to believe something better, something bigger, something more beautiful. And as you do, you become magnetic to it. Your life becomes a living proof of divine law. You become the evidence that miracles are not exceptions. They are expressions of inner law. You become the example that others look to and wonder, how did it happen? And your answer will not be a technique or a ritual, but a state, a simple inner knowing. I believed it, and I became it. You will find that people begin to respond to you differently, not because you've changed your words, not because you've altered your appearance, but because your inner frequency has shifted. The energy of someone who knows that they are magnetic to miracles is unmistakable. It is calm, assured, radiant. It carries no tension, no need to convince, no desperation to prove. It simply is. And in that beingness, everything begins to reorganize. Life becomes light. Circumstances soften. The air itself seems charged with possibility. And the things you once chased now chase you, not because you sought them, but because you assumed they were already yours. When you walk through the world with that inner assurance, the miraculous becomes mundane, yet never boring. You'll wake up to find that what once seemed extraordinary now flows through you daily. You will laugh at how simple it always was. The things you prayed for, worried over, doubted, they arrive quietly, as if they had never been absent. Not because you finally worked hard enough, but because you finally stopped contradicting your desire with disbelief. You stopped rehearsing lack. You stopped affirming delay. And you began instead to embody the end. You must learn to dwell in the end. That is where creation is finished. That is where fulfillment already lives. That is where the miracle is not a hope, but a memory. You remember it as if it already happened, because in imagination, it has. And if it has in imagination, then it must inform. Imagination is not a lesser reality. It is the source. It is the womb of all creation. To manifest your desires at a speed and ease you've never experienced before, there is one simple, profound shift you must make.
And this town's lost its faith, but their talking won't change my faith in you. I feel you all around. Day after day, I break every chain, 'cause I believe. Oh my, Lord, I put my faith in you, 'cause you can take the ordinary and turn it into a blessing. Lord, I'm loving your essence. My old ways are dead and buried. The angels up in the clouds rejoice when you are around. I was in the dark, now I see the light. Doors open up with the key to life. Now I'm working out, now I'm eating right. I just want a seat at the feet of Christ. I'm serving the biggest God. We preaching the gospel, it's spreading like pickleball. I cook a flow, then I mix it raw. Don't it hit different, it's a different sauce. He made me a 101. These beats I'ma chew 'em like bubble gum. The party ain't stopping, let kingdom come. The demons is mad, 'cause hell lost another one. Oh my Lord, I put my faith in you, 'cause you can take the ordinary and turn it into a blessing. Lord, I'm loving your essence. My old ways are dead and buried. The angels up in the clouds rejoice when you are around. He turned pain into power, dead weeds into flowers. Growing up, I got looked over. Now I'm standing on the giant shoulders. They see a Honda, he see a spaceship. They see a setback, he see the greatness. So I grind. Look at the clock, it's divine time. I watch what I say, I watch what I eat. They say I'm uptight, I'm protecting my peace. I'm covered whenever I'm up in these streets. I'm buying back time, my spirit is free. Oh my Lord, I put my faith in you, 'cause you can take the ordinary and turn it into a blessing. Lord, I'm loving your essence. My old ways are dead and buried. The angels up in the clouds rejoice when you are around. A2000 EST. OCOEE. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I want my dog. Ay. Birds of a feather, we gon' fly together. Ay, we gon' rock forever like it's heavy metal. I ain't Christopher Columbus, I would never settle. I ain't Lewis, I ain't Clark, I would never settle. God told me I'm Olympic, for real. Ay, seek the kingdom, why you simping, for real? Why you talking, you should listen, for real. All this jaywalking got me limping, for real. Hey, jaywalking, hey, Jesus walking, hey, Jesus talking. Yo, big faith, yeah, I need a whole lot of that way, where I'm about to go like amigo. Can't see the vision, then you can't be me amigos. I call up my girl and then we pull up to the Regal. That's the only time we pay to see you acting way different. Same book, but the pay's different. Is it cliche to say I'm lane switching? Well, I'm lane switching. Hold on, let me put my turning signal on. So they see me coming, they still can't see me coming. Only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from up. They like, how he, who he, what is this? Hey, my studio is wherever I sit. Hey, I plug in the microphone and now you hear that click. It's a hit. Hey, way it hit 'em like, whoa, man. Hey, make 'em do the uh-oh, man. Hey, how you just came up with whoa, man? Flow electric, this is not a slow dance. Not a slow dance. We come together and we pray and hold hands. He give grace, so wherever grace lands. He paid the price, ain't have no escape plan. Yeah, no plan. Yeah, no plan. Actually, his plan was the plan, so he planned it. Ayy, set the bar high, he the code, so I scanned it. Ayy, we saving souls on the campus. Ayy, but this ain't no religion, we ain't following your antics. Ayy, thank you, Lord. I should like a praying mantis. Enemy just trying to see me sink Titanic. Never out, but I'm outlanded. Even when I'm out, soon as I land. Back to the beach, back to the sand. Is back to the only two things that I need is peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above. I need peace. I need love. I need everything that's coming from above.